Last night, the Angels fell behind early in their first place showdown with the Rangers, but clutch hitting gave them the lead, and spectacular defense secured the win. Tonight, Big John Lackey takes the hill as the Halos look to gain another game atop the American League West. Rangers, Angels, next. It's just another beautiful evening in Southern California, where we come to you from the Big A for an important American League West series between the Texas Rangers and the Angels. The Halos have first place of themselves at the halfway point, a record of 46-35, one game up on Texas. Hi, everybody. I'm Steve Fiziak. This is Rex Hudler. The Angels won Game 1 last night 9-4, beating Texas's best starter, Kevin Millwood, handing him his worst loss of the year, 9 runs in 5 innings. And the guy who got 2 of the innings started so well, leadoff walk, Sean Figgins. He's turning into one of the best leadoff hitters in the game.
Oh, without a doubt, Fizz. I'm going to agree with you wholeheartedly because the stats that he has this year for a leadoff batter are what you want. Great runs, stolen bases, all those things, the steals, on-base percentage. It's working out well for Sean Figgins. Now, with Ibar down and also Asturis in the 9 hole, they got 2 leadoff hitters. But Sean Figgins is having a year worthy of being an all-star.
Meantime, on the pitching side, John Lackey coming off his best start of the year, beating Baltimore in 8 innings last Thursday.
He's a horse, and he's pitching like it. Big John Lackey's getting his fastball command over the plate, getting ahead of guys. He's got the big curveball. That's his strikeout pitch. This big Texan is getting it done, and he knows when big games come, he wants to be the big game pitcher. He loves the attention, but I tell you, getting ahead of guys and finish them off has been his key. You see the breaking ball and that fastball? That's all he uses with an occasional changeup. He's Big John, and he wants to show tonight.
And he's out of Abilene, Texas, a guy who grew up rooting for the Rangers. Now he'll try and beat them tonight. Dustin Nipper will make his first start of 2009 coming off the DL, and he will take on a hot Angel outfit. They've been averaging over 6 runs per game the last month. of the Angels. By Carl's Jr., the teriyaki $6 burger with grilled pineapple back at Carl's Jr. And by Aflac, we've got you under our wing. Welcome back to Angel Stadium, where the Halos are 24-16 this year. Tonight it's game 2 of this series with the Angels and the Texas Rangers. And the Rangers have power, second in the major leagues in home runs with 121. They'll go with Kinsler, Young, Hamilton, Jones, Blaylock, Bird, Murphy, Saltalamacchia, and Andrus. And Ian, he went deep last night off of Jared Weaver. That ties his career high with 20 home runs at the halfway mark. On the mound for the Angels, John Lackey. He grew up in Abilene, a town of about 120,000, located 175 miles west of Arlington Stadium.
Had a nice record against the West at 14-6. He's their big game pitcher. Now, as far as statistics, though, Weaver has been the #1 gun, but Big John Lackey is right there, and he's following Weaver in a nice outing last night. He'll want to compete and be his best as always, especially facing the Rangers. Fastball on both sides of the plate, big curve, changeup. Curveball's a strikeout. Defending behind him tonight, a little bit different, as we've got Bobby Abreu in left field. Big Daddy Vladdy, he's in right, so Juan Rivera's going to be chilling tonight on the pine. Figgins and Morales on the corners, Esturris and Ibar up the middle again. No Howie Kendrick. Mike Napoli's behind the plate, catching Big John Lackey.
Juan Rivera will be chilling on that pine, but he will be the designated hitter tonight, and he will be batting 5th, right behind Vlad Guerrero. Ian Kinsler, the batter. He had that one base hit last night. The home run goes after the first pitch, hits it into center field. That's as much like last night, swinging at the first pitch and flying out.
Well, he does that because he knows he's getting a fastball first pitch, and he's ready. He's already been swinging. He's nice and loose, but, sometimes you get him, sometimes you don't. He'll have to wait now second time.
He's just glad that John didn't throw behind him.
Yes, I would say so.
1 out, and the batter is Michael Young.
You're referring to his first start of the year.
Yes, sir.
Didn't last long, 2 pitches.
Well, here's a hot batter hitting .379 the last 20 games against the Halos, and overall recently really smacking the ball well. This one will be cut off by Sean Figgins. So John Lackey has thrown 3 pitches and gotten 2 outs.
So why don't we do Jack in the Box early? And this is outside the box, and certainly it is. As that first one was behind him, Napoli caught it. Seemed like he knew something was coming up. Next pitch, rib ball. Big John, you got to go. As Bob Davidson, he says, hey, look, Soch, I'm sorry, but he's got to go. Outside the box, definitely those 2 pitches were, but Jack's always in the box.
How do you like that for your first game of the year?
Yeah.
2 pitches gone.
That's okay. That kind of hurt him some because he wanted to get his pitches in, but you know what? He's over that now, and he's coming off of 2 really nice starts.
Lackey to face Josh Hamilton, and this is a guy who has always been trouble against the Halos, and he swings and fouls it off. Josh came off the DL yesterday, missed the last month because of an ab tear, and he had surgery on June 9th, and he's made it back so quickly. They said his recovery would be 4 to 6 weeks, and had 2 base hits in his first 2 times up. Fouls this one off left side. The count goes to 1-2. Hamilton, 28 years old, out of Raleigh, North Carolina, in his 3rd big league season with Tampa Bay, Cincinnati, and now the Rangers, and having 2 terrific years with Texas.
Now, just like last night, Jeff Mathis, he did the bulk of the catching for Jared Weaver. Well, Mike Napoli behind the plate, he's caught John Lackey in 54 1/3 innings this year with a 4.80 ERA. So Napoli has been getting most of Big John's starts.
That ball lined to left field, a base hit for Josh Hamilton.
So this game is starting a lot like last night's did. Got the first 2 guys out, and then
the first guy got out yesterday, and then Young had a base hit. Hamilton had the base hit.
Oh, there were 2 hits then.
Jones then struck out, and Blaylock singled in the run, and the error by Figgins allowed the second to score, and the Angels had to enjoy their 3rd straight come from behind victory.
Well, so then basically they're saying, take the lead, I dare you.
Jared Weaver won his 9th last night. He's now 9-3. He could win a 10th before the All-Star game. He was not selected, but if there is an injury, I would imagine he'd be one of the early selections. Right now they've got Beckett, Burley, Greinke, Halliday, Hernandez, Jackson, Verlander, and Wakefield, starting pitchers from the American League to go to St. Louis to represent the AL next Tuesday's Classic. Andrew Jones, the batter, and he takes a strike. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Jones hitting .240 with 10 home runs. Ron Washington has him hitting 4th because what he has done recently with the power, 5 of those home runs have come in the last 12 games.
Yeah, and he's regaining his form, and with Rudy Jaramillo, he's been able to repeat his same swings. He's not getting off balance too often, and he's a veteran, so he recognizes the pitches he can hit out of the yard.
He still is only 32 years old. Great seasons with Atlanta. And a breaking ball swung on and missed 1 and 2.
And he's only faced Lackey 2 times before this 3rd at bat off in lifetime. Has 1 hit.
John might pull the string again, take something off that curveball. No, he comes fastball, and it's ripped down the left field line into corner, foul. Now do you think he's earned himself a curveball?
He might have just after that swing. No doubt. Anything up and elevated, this guy's going to put the ball in play hard. Good offense. Angels were good and happy to get that first win, but they know they got their hands full tonight. Nice swing, elevated, belt high.
Angels won last night 9-4 to move the season high 11 games over 500. Advantage Lackey, Hamilton at first base. No, he came after him with another inside fastball. Maybe John wanted to locate it a little bit better.
Or maybe said, hey, look, you were lucky hitting that last one. Let's see you hit this one.
He needed 3 pitches to get the first 2 out. Since that time, he's needed 10 pitches against Hamilton and Jones. 1 on, 2 out. Bounces a good block by Mike Napoli.
Yeah, that missed by a good bit there. It was about 2 feet in front of the plate on the dirt. Napoli saw it coming, so he tries to place his body right in the center of that bounce. So you watch him now. He's all ready for that. Just use that chest protector, keep it in front.
Looks like he kind of curled that right arm to cup the ball in case it ricocheted off to the right side. He kept it in front of him. No advance. The Angels cooled off the Rangers, who came in so hot. They'd won 5 straight games. Their last 2 victories over the Angels in Arlington, and then sweeping a very good Tampa Bay team. Texas had spent 60 days in first place. Throws another curve, and Jones almost expecting it. It's a 3-2 count. Andrew 0 for 3 last night, but did earn a walk from Weaver. Jared went 7, gave up 3 earned, and another great job by the bullpen. And last night it came from Justin Spire and Kevin Jepson, and they were rock solid in the 8th and 9th.
Jones expecting a fastball 3-2 here. John early in the game, he'll challenge him. 2-seamer, wants it on the corner.
And he throws him away with a fastball at 92 above the belt. And 17 of their last 23. They're averaging close to 7 runs per game. And let's check out their batting order. Sean Figgins will start things. His on-base percentage, .393. Then Bobby Abreu, Torrey Hunter, and Vladimir Guerrero. Juan Rivera will follow. Look at his numbers, .332, averaging his last 47 games with 13 home runs. Morales, Turris, Napoli, and Eric Ibar. That's your AM/PM batting order. On the mound for Texas, first start of the year, Dustin Nippert. This is his debut after being sidelined with a back muscle strain near his right shoulder that occurred in spring training.
Okay, he's a big, tall guy. He's going to bring that fastball in, as you saw there, strike one. He's going to try to sink it a little bit. He's got a big curveball and a changeup that he'll use to both lefties and righties. Sometimes when he's behind in the count, he'll throw it.
6'8" versus 5'7".
And it's a pretty decent fastball. It'll go low to mid-90s, but after the first 2 pitches, seeing it looks pretty straight. Figgy has a real nice inside-out swing working now.
There's a strike on the inner half, 1 and 2. And again, we encourage Angel fans to vote for Sean Figgins. You can go online, MLB.com or AngelsBaseball.com, and then just click on Figgy as many times as you want.
Yeah, Figgy currently is in 3rd place, fans. Come on, we gotta get him in.
And wow, Nippert blows him away with a high heater at 94 miles an hour.
Okay, so obviously he's trying to throw that high fastball to Figgy to pop him up, but he was successful, striking him out. Murphy's in left field tonight for the Rangers. He's a good player, very athletic. Josh Hamilton and Bird, they're hustling guys. Kinsler, Andrus, those are the guys up the middle. And Saltalamacchia getting the start again tonight. Hank Blaylock's back at first. Michael Young's at third.
The batter's Bobby Abreu. He's one of 5 Angels with a 300 or better batting average. He's at 302. And Nippert right over the top. This is outside ball 1. Home plate umpires Eric Cooper, Mike Riley first base, Chuck Merriweather at second. Laz Diaz is the third base ump.
Okay, Nippert, he coming out just throwing gas. So Abreu with a little smile saying, you know what? Confidently to himself, I'm going to get this guy. Classic confrontation between a pitcher and a batter.
Well, he's fallen behind Bobby. 3 balls and no strikes.
I'm sure he'll take. With nobody on this early in the game, he wants to see if he can get in that strike zone.
Nippert in his rehab had pitched in 5 minor league games, going 1-1 with a 2.6 earned run average. Fouled off. The count moves to 3-2. We've seen mainly fastballs. What's the second best pitch?
Second best pitch is going to be his curveball. Okay, his curveball's pretty good. We haven't seen it yet. He hasn't thrown a changeup, but he's the guy really truly going out and saying, here's my fastball. Let me see what you can do with it.
Outside, ball 4. The Angels have their first base runner. It's Bobby Abreu with his 50th walk this year, and that ties him for 4th most in the American League with Jason Bay. Marcus Scutaro leads the American League with 56. And this guy has been hot of lately. 6 hits in his last 13 at bats, and they have been line drives. No bloops, broken bat singles for Torrey.
He's going to like that fastball from Nippert. See, and he's been watching first 2 hitters saying, man, he didn't throw anything else but a heater.
Bobby with good speed. He's stolen 17 bases this year, been caught just 3 times. Hunter hit a line single to left field, a line single to right center field last night. That's just high because it looked like it was just above the belt and below the letters, but called a ball, and it's a 1-0 count to Torrey Hunter.
Nippert, he's a slightly below defender because he's going to fall off to the mound to the right side a little bit, so he has a hard time covering the middle of the infield, but his release time's a little bit below average. But he will hold the ball in order to control the running game. Different hold times.
Hunter controlled the batting game last night by taking a base hit away from Hank Blaylock and a remarkable catch into right center.
That's right. You see him. He gets all the way up to the 207. That's his growth chart. That's how high he jumped. We saw Jose Mota go out there today in the pregame show, and he was emulating the Torrey Hunter. He almost got to 207, but he's a lot smaller than Torrey. So we'll cut him a little slack.
And I hate to say this, but just a little bit younger too.
Slightly.
We all could leap to great heights when we were young. Nippert's 1-1. Hunter takes. Abreu is going. The throw is not in time. Steal number 18 for Bobby.
Yeah, some people around are saying, man, you know what? He doesn't look like he's as fast as he is. And I said, it's because he's quick. He gets quick breaks, and he knows how to steal a base. He reads the red Nippert very well. The throw was in the line a little bit. Kinsler tried the phantom tag, didn't work. Saltalamacchia tried to get it there, but Bobby was too quick. Right where Torrey wants him.
And the Angels, the second best hitting team in baseball with runners in scoring position, batting .289 this year. They were 6 for 10 last night. And Hunter flips this one foul near the club level.
Yeah, 6 for 10 will get it done. Those are some big hits they got off of Millwood, their big game pitcher. So nice job now, Torrey Hunter. He's facing a 2-2 count and nothing but fastballs.
Millwood was pounding that fastball early in last night's game. And then the Angels got to him. Just inside 3-2, and it was a fastball, the sixth fastball he threw Jeff Mathis in the second inning for a 3-run home run, and that erased a 2-0 Texas lead, and the Angels never trailed again. They went on to win 9-4.
Yeah, that last pitch wasn't as straight as the other ones. He's got a 4-seam fastball he's using up around the belt, and then a 2-seamer is coming into the right-handed batter.
Ground ball, deep short. There we got Abreu caught in a rundown, and Bobby is going to go towards third. He's going to try and hold up long enough to get Hunter to second base. He does. A nice job in the rundown. But had Bobby stayed at second base, it would have been a close play at first trying to get Hunter.
Yep, just a little anxious. And sometimes when you get caught out there in no man's land, you go, oh, what am I going to do? And by the time you think about it, you're too far off the base. But once you're caught, you want to stay in the rundown long enough to get the runner to second base, and he does that. Now he's too far off, and if he goes back, he's going to get thrown out. So he stands there. Watch him do a little fake right here. Nice little fake open field move there to Abreu. That allows Hunter to get into second base. Got
Be a
caught
good
off,
running back.
Caught off guard, but he did the next best thing he could do for a hot hitter.
First pitch, shortstop Andrus has it. Throws out Vladdy. Inning over. We head to the second inning looking for our first run. 2 in 8 innings, allowed 4 hits, 2 runs, 1 walk, 7 strikeouts. So that's 3 more hits than he allowed in his best performance ever. And that was 3 years ago today when John gave up a leadoff double to Mark Kotsay, then retired 27 batters. 27 in a row.
And I remember that game. That was pretty awesome. Now, first batter of the game doubles off Big John Lackey down the line. That was Kotsay. I remember. And then he went on and retired every batter after that.
Hank Blaylock swings at an off-speed pitch, and it is fouled off, 2-1. And I remember reading the comments the very next day in the Oakland Tribune, and all of the Oakland ball players were saying, we had no chance. He was throwing the ball exactly where he wanted to with movement.
And that's what I say. When a pitcher's on his game, there's not a whole lot of hitting going on.
Curveball in there, and Blaylock has a 2-2 count. Hank went 1 for 4, should have gone 2 for 4, but Hunter robbed him in right center. That great catch. Knocks that one foul. This guy's been picking it up. I mean, the numbers may show he's only hitting 194 the last 21, but it seems like the times he makes outs, great plays are made.
They're hard outs. And he's hit John pretty well in his career. 20 hits and 61 at bats, 2 homers.
2-2. Outside, 3-2.
That's a 368 average against Big John. Tell you, the Rangers, they held on to Blaylock. He was out most of last year with his shoulder surgery, but they had an option for him, and they said, you know what? We know he's got some thump left. We're going to keep him.
Ground ball for Sean Figgins. And Lackey gets Blaylock at first base. Our Lexus pursuing perfection. Let's go back 3 years ago today in Oakland. That's the first base hit. First base run. And then 27 went down in order by Oakland. And when the opposition says we had no chance, you have no chance.
They had none. That was beautiful. Did you see who was in that lineup? Big Frank Thomas was there 3 years ago. Kotsay, Swisher. A little different team. 3 years later, there he is towing the slab.
John Lackey gave the big hurt a little pain, and there's a 2-seam fastball that runs and catches the outside corner to Marlon Byrd. Talking to Mike Napoli last week, he said John's key fastball command. When he does that, his secondary pitches are so good.
There's a little 94.
Yeah.
You don't usually see that kind of velocity. He's good around 91, 92. Or even in the high 80s, he's effective. He will add and subtract off of that fastball.
His pitching coach Mike Butcher said the last 3 starts we've seen the real John Lackey. He's back. He's completely healthy. His command is there. He almost went through a spring training like session in his early starts.
It takes time. It's like Vladdy. It's taking him some time to get himself going.
That ball's roped in the gap right center field. Marlon Byrd will have at least 2. Vladdy wings it back to the cutoff man Meiser Turris, and there's a 1-out double for Marlon Byrd.
Bird's a doubles machine. That's 27th. It's pretty good. He's got to be amongst the leaders. He's I think that puts him second now behind Brian Roberts with 28. Good job. Good stroke. Right where they were. That's called splitting the gap. Pitch was out over. And you know, Byrd, back at the first 2 games in that last series in Arlington, he killed the Angels. He had 3 homers in that series.
2 in 1 game against Joe Saunders. Texas won 2 of 3 in Arlington. They lost last night 9-4. Here's a hot hitter, David Murphy, 6 for his last 8. Back-to-back 3-hit games, and then he doesn't start last night. Murphy's out of Houston, Texas. Star in that Big 12 conference. Popped him up. Good pitch by John. Shallow center field. Hunter coming on. Makes the catch. No advance by Byrd. 2 outs. Hey fans, there's a great ticket special for tomorrow's game as the Angels wrap up this series with the Texas Rangers. courtesy of ESPN Zone and Downtown Disney. Tickets are still available for just $7 in select view level seats and $12 in the right and left field pavilions. Use the password RIVALS at the Angels Stadium ticket window or angelsbaseball.com to purchase your tickets today. This is one of those great series, terrific rivalry in July. So fans, bring your kids on down to the ballpark. 7 o'clock game. It'll either be Vicente Padilla or Tommy Hunter against Irvin Santana. And I say that slash because they're still not sure about Padilla. He was scratched today because of some arm problems. Saw him before the ball game with ice on his right shoulder. Salta Lamacchia is down in the count 0-2. Some great deals, particularly midweek games, as the Yankees coming in town on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. That's the last series before the All-Star break. Again, the hook, and again, fouled off.
Well, they haven't made a decision yet. They'll have to before the night's in, though. They got to let Scioscia know who they're facing. They could go into the tomorrow. They never know. But doesn't matter. They took care of Padilla in 1 inning. He was cruising along pretty well until the 6th inning in Arlington, and the Angels, they busted him.
A swing and a miss and a breaking ball that skips away, and Bird will hold at third base because Napoli was trying to find that baseball. Figgins came racing in from third. Lackey came to cover the plate as well. And as John was running in, he was shouting at Mike where the baseball was. So it's a strikeout, but it's a wild pitch. So first and third for Texas in the second.
4th wild pitch of the year for Lack. And that ball just kind of hit the plate. That's what happened. It hit the dish, and sometimes you don't know. Now Sean Figgins, he's coming in hard from third base in case they need him to cover, but there's no way to try to force the issue there.
Big John just passed Mark Langston for 5th on the Angels all-time strikeout list with that K.
Nice. Moving on up.
Long way to go to catch Mr. Ryan. Chuck Finley made that attempt, and he got to 2,151. Now the talented rookie Elvis Andrus. He got a base hit last night. Scored in the home run by Ian Kinsler. Tell you what's impressed me the most about Elvis Andrus, at the age of 20, his plate discipline's pretty good.
Oh, you know, he really is far advanced than his age. They knew that coming into the year. That's why they asked Michael Young if he would be kind enough to play third base for him. First, Michael Young wasn't real happy about it, but then he started saying, hey, you know what? If that's what you guys want, I'll do it. The kid has done a nice job. And he's got some pretty good numbers for rookies.
John has to be aggressive here on 2-0. He doesn't want to face Ian Kinsler. So he drops a curve in on the outside corner, but that's respect on 2-0 to a 20-year-old kid from a hook. Andrus has 3 home runs. The guy on deck has 20. Another hook hit to Figgins. He'll go to first. Inning is over. Nice job by Lackey. And we'll head to the bottom of the second. lead over Texas. Right now the Angels looking for their first run and facing Dustin Nippert.
That halo's been in the family for a long time, and with that All-Star game coming next season, they might want to dress that Big A up just a little.
I believe they have that in their plans.
I'm sure they're going to, but they're going to try to keep the Big A. They just want to try to dress it up a little bit. I talked with Bill Beveridge, the CFO here at the Angels, and he's, they're thinking about what they want to do with that baby. I said, look, it's going to be hard to take it down, isn't it? He goes, yeah, we can't do that. We'll just try to dress it up.
Well, they want to do something special for that 2010 All-Star game that's coming here next year. This year's Classic is in St. Louis, Missouri, and the Angels right now are sending two. Torrey Hunter, their center fielder, and Brian Fuentes, their closer. But this guy is very deserving. Juan Rivera, heck of a year, .312 average, 14 home runs, 50 RBIs. And that was jamming him in on the hands. Young takes care of it and throws out Juan. Baseball's biggest stars go head-to-head in the summer's biggest event as Fox brings you every thrilling moment of the 2009 All-Star Game with President Obama throwing out the first pitch during the Pepsi All-Star pregame show. Coverage begins next Tuesday. That's July 14th, live from St. Louis at 8 o'clock Eastern, 5 Pacific, only on Fox. Look at that crowd. Good crowd on hand for a Tuesday night game. They gave away those cool Angel caps with the distressed bill.
They're good-looking hats. Angels printed across the front of them. Fans are happy. They always come here to get, and they get something. Look at that guy. He's thrilled.
Go duck hunting with that hat.
Fans are happy when they come to the ballpark, man. I'm telling you, this is the happiest place on earth. I know they say Disneyland is a couple big home run swings away from here, but this is a great place.
It's been happy lately because the Angels have gone from 5.5 games back since May 30th to first place in the American League West. A lot of smiles from the fans. The Angels 22-11, while the Rangers have gone 15-17. That's a 6.5 game swing. Low. Good year for Kendry Morales in his first season playing every day at first base. There have been occasions where Mike Scioscia will sit him, start Rob Quinlan against the left-hander. That's a stroke back up the middle and give him a 12-game hit streak that ties his career best.
Get her done early. That's the best time.
Time for the U.S. Marine Corps leaders of the game. Kendry Morales with a 12-game hit streak going, and the Angels playing well in their last 23. They won 17, averaging close to 7 runs per game.
Wow. It's been amazing. We'll talk about Marines, but I had a special treat for me today, Fizz. First time ever being a broadcaster here, and in my playing days, I got invited to a wedding here at Angel Stadium. It was really cool.
Was it a military man that got married?
It sure was. It was a military man, Tyler Berry. He married the beautiful Elizabeth Peters. And now they are Tyler and Elizabeth Berry. There it was before the game. It was so cool. They invited me. I got a handwritten letter from the groom's dad saying, hey, come be a part of it. So, of course, I took myself down there and hung out, got some pictures with the groom.
I've got to ask you, what did you get him for a wedding present?
Well, I got caught off guard because I just got it today, so I didn't have time to get him something.
Got to be special.
Well, they got my game ball. Now, they may not think that's special, but I do anyway.
They do, because that's going to be a great memory. They're going to have that probably on their mantle. They'll be showing it off to friends. Look, on their 25th wedding anniversary, they're going to show a baseball.
Just a baseball.
That red-headed broadcaster signed for them.
Hey, congratulations to Tyler and Elizabeth Berry. Way to go.
Meiser pops it up. Foul territory. Blaylock. 2 outs.
Yeah, you mentioned Tyler. Tyler is in the U.S. Army, serving as an airborne combat medic with the 173rd Airborne. Okay, so he's getting ready to go out. He's going to be deployed in Afghanistan right now as he's getting one of his last meals here at Angel Stadium before he heads out to protect our country. And he is in the medic field, so he's a medical guy that's going to go out and see if he can help out. Way to go. They're looking, they're on TV.
They're on TV.
Yeah, they are. Hey, look. Yeah. Hey, there was his best man. That's his brother right there. They're all huge Angel fans.
Way to go.
That was so cool. They invited me to their wedding.
And there's Elizabeth.
There she is. Oh, there's
yeah.
a kiss for the camera. Congratulations, guys.
Dustin Nipper to Mike Napoli, ground ball foul. That's great because it's coming off the patriotic series we had over the weekend against Baltimore. And the fans were all dressed out, wearing their flags. We had so many servicemen and women here at the ball games. And then we had these really cool flyovers. The C-17, which is enormous, and Black Hawk helicopters.
Really, really cool. No doubt.
Napoli's been hot to raise his average to 288. Batting .370 the last 16 games. Wow. That looked like a high fastball, and Mike debating Eric Cooper about the pitch. And Nippert might be saying, oh, I'll throw that one again. So he did, only a little bit further upstairs. Doesn't get the call this time.
Nope, Napa's got a pretty good eye, but he's a good low ball hitter. He's looking for something down where he can handle it. A lot of guys, they prefer the ball belt high out over the middle. Of course, a lot of guys do that, but still, Napoli, he's got a good inside out swing.
Morales at first base, Blaylock holding him. Morales goes, the pitch is going back to the screen. It'll be a steal for Kendry, and that's his first of the year.
He picked a perfect time. A wild pitch. That'll work. No throw. Okay, we'll see it. Again, four-seamer. Missing way up in there. And Salty, that's his nickname, Saltalamacchia. A little bit easier to say. Salty tried to rush that. He wanted to be a little bit too quick. He saw the runner going. Pulled his glove away too quick.
Foul back our way. And because Morales was going, they'll give him the stolen base. No wild pitch or pass ball. Morales in scoring position, so the Angels for the second straight inning have a man in scoring position at second base. They had Abreu there, then Hunter there, after Abreu was cut down in between second and third base. Mike has worked himself a 2-2 count. Elvis Andrus. Angels are done in the second inning. We head to the third. Again, looking for the first run of the game. The fans, one of the most inspirational games of the year. Matt Palmer, a 30-year-old rookie with his first complete game. He retired the last 19 Boston Red Sox and beat them. And remember, the first 2 innings, it looked like he would last only 3.
Oh, you know what's amazing, this guy. 7-1 now. He's in the bullpen for the Angels right now as a long man. But, man, he surpassed everybody's expectation, even his own. But he says he feels good. He feels like he belongs.
And he's been very good in the bullpen in his last 2 outings.
Yeah, he's sitting next to Orlando Mercado. He's the bullpen coach down there. They're not talking much about anything now. They're telling a few jokes.
The bullpen's been really strong in them recently. It seems like that the line of demarcation is June 12th, when things really went well offensively, defensively, and with the bullpen. 2.73 earned run average since that time. Kinsler's the batter now as the Angels head back to a leadoff role. Texas has a couple of hits. A single by Hamilton, a double by Bird. Both left stranded.
Kinsler, 20 home runs. He hit that last night. His 20th.
Boy, he got on top of that one and skies it to left field. Bobby Abreu near the wall in the corner pulls it down, and Kinsler needed about 5 more feet to get it over that short wall. But man, does he get an uppercut even on a high pitch.
He's quick. He's got quick hands. He generates that with good strong hands. That ball's way out of the zone, but he liked it. You never know. He took a swat at that. Quite enough to get out, but he's a home run hitter as a leadoff guy.
He has had 2 20 or more home run seasons. The second base record is Joe Gordon, who had 7 20 or more home run seasons. There's a ground ball struck to Meiser is terse, and very quickly 2 outs in the 3rd inning. The Angels had a second baseman who had 220 home run or more seasons. That was Bobby Grich.
Stud. Bobby Grich. Okay, you want to see sweet hands by the Expo? Look at that. Meiser Asturis has it all the way. Catches it, and he's right on top. Easy throw from second base. Don't necessarily have to find the 4 seams with a short throw there.
And it's brought to you by Howard's. Josh Hamilton with a 2-out single his first time up. Line 1 to left field. John misses just barely outside. 2-0.
Yeah, he's got 3 hits already, and that's all he had in 6 games in the minors in his rehab.
They are such a different team with him in the lineup. Remember, he was gone the last month since May 31st. And look at that. They're 21-11 when he plays, averaging close to 6 runs per game. They're 1 under 500 without Big Josh. He had a spectacular season last year when he had his first full, completely healthy season. He knocked in 130 runs, hit 304, 32 home runs, went to the All-Star game. He's going again this year. He won the first round of the Home Run Derby. People still talking about that first round. And there's a line shot to center field, so Hamilton is 2 for 2.
And he looks so good. And he's not fooled at all in that curveball. Took a soft stride with his lead foot. Hand stayed back through the head. Show you another Howard's Exmo smooth swing. Almost like he knew it was coming. So he almost one-handed that. Just guided right back up the box. Nice talent.
Andrew Jones, same situation as the first inning. John struck him out, throws him a fastball that probably caught too much of the plate. Jones just did clip it foul. Angels and Rangers have played 7 times this year. Texas has won 5. All 5 of those were in Arlington. 5 of the first 6. Last night was the first game in Anaheim. Breaking ball, I believe he went. He did, and it's 0-2. Those were great years he had when he busted most of those big flies with the Atlanta Braves and traded to the Los Angeles Dodgers and really fell on hard times. Last year, Andrew only hit 158, 3 home runs, 14 RBIs, got benched for much of the second half of the season. And signed with Texas in the offseason. Rudy Jaramillo, a talented hitting coach, working with him. Hamilton goes. The pitch is fouled off.
That's a good little test run for Hamilton. Although last night in the first inning, he ran around the bases and then he scored on the air by Figgins. The ball went under his legs through a throw from Torrey Hunter, and he went on and scored. So he's been tested with that stomach pull he had when he injured himself against the Angels, up against the wall, and a great catch.
Down the line, just barely foul. Yeah, that was a tremendous catch he made right center field on a Howie Kendrick drive. And it took place on May 17th, and he tried to play through it. And 2 weeks later, they put him on the DL, and a week after that, when they tried to recover, they said, you know what, we've got to take care of this. And they found out there was a tear in his abdominal muscle, had surgery on June 9th.
You got to, get the guy like that healthy. You can't let a guy with his kind of skills play while you're hurt, ends up hurting the team.
Jones may have gone, he did, and Napoli will just come back, tag him out for the final out of the 3rd inning. We head to the bottom of the 3rd inning, and the Angels trying to score. Figgy's coming up. Go for first place in the American League West. Right now, Eric Ibar will lead things off. Steve Physiak with Rex Hudler, Dustin Nippert on the hill. It'll be hitters 9, 1, and 2 for the Angels. Ibar swinging at the first pitch, and again, it's a high heater just above the belt. Strike 1. Nippert, we told you, making his 2009 debut after being sidelined with a back muscle strain. It occurred near his right shoulder. Out the entire year. Hurt it in spring training.
Man, he's just going with high fastball after high fastball. It's a borderline pitch.
Better not miss against a power hitter. Ibar with 2 home runs this year. He's driven in 22. He's been sitting on the sideline a lot since Howie Kendrick came back. Bunt try, good one. Young up, no chance.
Ooh, man, speed hurts you. That's a good looking bunt there. Ibar, he leads the team with 9 bunt hits, make that 10 now, and 6 infield hits. He's a speedster. Got his socks, got his pants pulled up high so you can see that red. Look at that touch right there. That is on the line. Perfecto. Beautiful bunt. 16 infield hits now. Didn't even see Ibar on your screen. That's how fast he is. That's a leadoff base hit. First leadoff Angel on. Biggie, we're pulling for you, man.
Go on to angelsbaseball.com or MLB.com and vote for Sean Figgins for the All-Star game. It's 1 week from tonight, but the last time you can vote is this Thursday at 1 o'clock Pacific time. And Figgins, so deserving, leading the American League in runs scored with 63. The runner goes to throw to second. Safe with a steal is Eric Ibar. That's number 6 for Ibar.
And he went in there hard, too. Late slide saw to Lamakia, thought he had him. Andrus with a good hard tag on Ibar's arm. Worked hard for that one. Good jump. Put the fastball in. Pretty good throw out over the base. Look at that slap. Slapped him right up under the armpit.
Angels running on Nippert. That's their 3rd steal in 3 innings. One by Abreu, one by Morales, one by Ibar. Sean tries to bunt and pulls it back. Bunts it foul. Time now for the Firestone leaderboard. Sean Figgins right at the top and runs scored at 63. One more than Brian Roberts, who takes his skills up north to take on the Seattle Mariners. Right now, Seattle leads that game 3-2 in the bottom of the 2nd inning.
Figgins struck out his last at bat on a high fastball. Let's see if he comes back with one. Nippert.
Oh, he went low.
Good spot. I think he's been eyeballing.
Sean really good on the inside pitch. He might try and pull that. Get it on the ground to get Ibar to 3rd base, particularly with 2 strikes on him. Breaking ball misses outside, 2-2.
All right, first curve we've seen in 40 pitches. Figgins, a .319 hitter with runners in scoring position. You mentioned last night the success the Angels had with runners in scoring position. That was big. 6 for 10. See if he can come through, but with nobody out, he wants to just pull that ball to the right side.
Up high, 3-2, so he's gone from 0-2 to a full count. And if he puts 2 on, then you've got Abreu, a left-hander, coming up, Hunter and Guerrero. And the Angels got a lot from that part of the lineup last night. The 3-4-5 batters went 7 for 12 with 4 runs and 5 RBIs last night. Foul back.
But that's the borderline pitch right there. It's too close to take with 2 strikes, so you got to be hacking. But they want to throw high fastballs to Sean Figgins because they want him to pop the ball up. This guy's really good when he hits the ball down on the ground. He can get infield hits. Balls go through.
Base hit right field. Ibar coming around. They're going to send him home. Throw by Bird. Not in time. 1-0 Angels.
Figgy getting it done again. He got him over and in. 1 stroke. Good at bat. Saw a lot of pitches. Dustin Nippert. He's going back to the mound now after backing up home, and he's met with pitching coach Mike Maddox. Figgins, great swing. Bird has got 3 outfield assists this year, looking for 4. The ball's off the mark. Only a perfect throw might have made it close. Ibar, good speed. Dino Evil, 3rd base coach, sends him around. Figgy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Might have gave the 5 claps for a Jackson 5. Figgy was talking about before the game about Michael Jackson, and some of the guys were talking about how they were growing up listening to Michael.
And when Sean Figgins' name was announced, they played a Michael Jackson song.
It's outstanding. It's only proper.
Angels with back-to-back hits. Ibar, a bunt single, a steal, a base hit by Figgins, and the Halos take a lead. Bobby Abreu walked. First time up, stole second.
You know, Figgins, he loves it when he's on first base and Abreu's hitting behind him because he knows that Abreu's patient. He's going to be selective. He's going to take pitches for him if he wants to steal. And Then, like last night, we saw them. They had a little plan drawn up, and he says, hey, if I get on, I'm going first pitch. And Brady says, I'll swing first pitch, and they had a nice little hit and run action.
Angels have already stolen 3 bases tonight. The last one resulted in a run, and now you've got the Angels' top stolen base man up at first base. Does not go. Abreu swings and lines at the left, and that ball stays up for David Murphy. 1 out. Angel fans, be part of history this Thursday. Thursday, July 23rd, as the Angels unveil the official 2010 All-Star Game logo. In addition to the unveiling, fans can purchase official 2010 All-Star Game apparel at any of the Angel Stadium merchandise locations. You won't want to miss out on this historic night, so log on to angelsbaseball.com and purchase your tickets today. That's July 23rd. That July 23rd game, the Angels taking on the Minnesota Twins in the first of a 4-game series, and that's Torrey Hunter's old ball club. And here comes Mr. Hunter. Ooh, they got it.
Yep, Mike Riley says he tagged you on the arm, Sean. So now we've had a couple guys picked off bases now. 2 outs. See him. Figgy was leaning. Good throw. Got it right to him. Look at Mike Riley. He's right on the call. I mean, he's standing right there. Watch the tag. The throw was perfect. And ooh. The tag was a fly at about the same time Figgy touched the base. We'll give you one last look to make up your own mind, but of course the play's already been called and Figgy's out. But if you see it from this angle, it's like he tagged him right there.
So 2 outs, nobody on, but a run home. Figgins drove in his 26th run. Hunter with 17 home runs to lead the club. And that ball struck to center field. That'll drop just in front of Josh Hamilton. So Torrey Hunter now 7 hits in his last 15 at-bats.
Dustin Nipper throwing 99% fastballs. I've seen one curve. Have you seen more than that?
I don't think so. I can't remember one, but he's been so good with the fastball command that maybe you'll show him that off-speed, the curve. Second time through the order, third time through maybe. But
well, we're already second time through here now. Glad he's the 4th batter, second time through. He swung at the first pitch and grounded out.
Dustin, big guy at 6'8", 225, 28 years old, from Wheeling, West Virginia. Here's Vlad Guerrero. Fastball in there.
Big Daddy got some nice numbers against the Rangers.
That's one of the highest batting averages against an opponent for his number of at-bats in like 4 decades. He had a 44-game hit streak against Texas to start his career. It finally ended here at the Big A when Buck Showalter intentionally walked him 3 times. Takes a rip on a 93-mile-an-hour fastball. So Guerrero down in the count, 0-2.
Big Daddy never gets cheated on a cut.
You think he pulled his head a little bit?
Slightly. We'll see now. Nippers, if he throws him anything else but a high fastball, that's not smart. Yeah, that's a good job. He's going to try to get Vladdy to swing out of the zone. If he wants to throw him a curveball, he can, but we've only seen him. He threw that one time to Sean Figgins.
Burrow's been on a pretty good streak. 8 RBIs his last 4 games. And really, he's been pretty good since the haircut. Hitting .325 since he cut off the dreadlocks. And 3 of his 4 home runs. Ooh, did he go? Yes, he did. And the inning is over. But the Angels score a run on 3 hits. Big hit by Sean Figgins, and they take the lead. Final vote. And the final vote is one of the final 5 guys that has been selected, and Sean Figgins and Ian Kinsler, who are Angels and Texas Rangers representatives in that area. And Kinsler right now has the edge over Sean, so that means that Angel fans have to get together, go online, angelsbaseball.com, and keep voting for Sean. Get Figgy with it.
That's right.
Here's Hank Blaylock fouling it off. I mean, some of the Angels are wearing those buttons on their caps. Joe Saunders was wearing one on the back of his cap yesterday and today. Blaylock, first time up against John Lackey, grounded out to third, and there is a strike on the outside corner.
Yeah, he's keeping him out of his power zone. He's staying on the outer half, make him go that way. Angels usually play him with a heavy pull. He's been showing lately he's been going to the opposite field. Now, in his first year or so, we saw him go to the opposite field with some good power, but now he's pretty much pulling them to center and right.
Did he go? Angels will appeal. Did not go. Count moves to 1-2. It's called by Las Diaz.
Ooh, man. Did he go? You make the call. Pretty good check swing.
Knocks it foul. John really looking like he's getting into one of those grooves, good rhythm. He was shut down in spring training due to a strained right forearm. And his first start we told you about, May 16th, lasted only 2 pitches. First one was behind Ian Kinsler. The next one hit him, thrown out of the ball game. And there's a line drive, base hit to center field. So Blaylock is on, and that is the first time tonight that the Rangers have had their leadoff man on.
Nice stroke on another breaking ball. Actually, that was a fastball, but it just stayed down. See how he bends that back leg there? That gives him some leverage to go down and get it. That's how you go down and get a low fastball or breaking ball. You got to bend that leg a little.
So John would like to get Marlon Byrd and Hank Blaylock out on 1 pitch. Bird doubled his last time up. Breaking ball, misses ball one.
He's hit into 6 lane balls this year. Lane ball's another term for a double play.
Bird went 0 for 4 last night after hitting successfully against the Angels in 13 straight games. Then he opens with a double tonight. He's not missing by much with that curveball.
Good spot for it. Big John, you ever notice how he loves to take the sweat off of his forearms and put it on that ball and rub the ball up? Got to have a grip.
In there.
It's a nice curveball there. Short and tight. Sometimes he'll take a little bit off the curveball when he's looking for a strike, make it a little bit bigger break.
Got it in enough, and Marlin couldn't do very much with it, but that was the first fastball that he's thrown Marlin in this at-bat. Tells you the respect he has for Bird's ability to drive that baseball, particularly the fastball. And Marlin has 7 home runs, 42 RBIs this year. He was playing center field when Josh Hamilton was out. Went with the fastball, caught him looking.
Surprise, surprise, surprise. He got him on the fastball. Marlon Bird says, my goodness, that's a good pitch, and I missed it. 4th punch out now for Big John, right on the corner. Yee-haw. Bird has got to go.
We're telling you about John growing up in Abilene, Texas. Played for his father at Abilene High School, and his dad Darren used to drive John to the Texas Rangers games when he was young, and Nolan Ryan was pitching, and that was Lackey's hero. And now Ryan is the president of the Texas Rangers. But when you asked John what impressed him most about Ryan, he said his legs, his powerful leg drive gave him so much to that fastball. Murphy takes outside.
Murphy's a tall guy. He's got a wiry type body, gets his arms extended. He's a good looking player. He's got good speed, nice throwing arm. Play him in any of the corners and even in some center field. 100 games last year he got in.
Curveball catches the outside corner, and that will make it a 2-1 count. He lives in Frisco, but he was a great star at Baylor University in Waco, Texas. All-American, hit over 400 one year. Time called. And David was with the Boston Red Sox, then traded to Texas in that Case and Gabbard deal. That was for Eric Gagne, who did not work out in the Boston bullpen. In the air, left side, Bobby Abreu. 2 outs, runner back to first base, and Angel fans, all kids ages 12 and under, are invited to come down to the field to run the bases following every Sunday home game. And this Sunday, it's the Yankees in town, and then stay after the ball game for the Kids Run the Bases postgame. Visit angelsbaseball.com or the Angels Stadium ticket window to purchase your tickets today. Angels and Yankees, and on Sunday it'll be CC Sabathia against John Lackey. Ooh, that's going to be a good matchup.
Sure is, but it's hard to overlook these games right here.
Absolutely.
These are fun. Nice get me over curve. And Salty has seen nothing but big curveballs from John. His first at bat, he struck out, and on a wild pitch, he got to go to first base.
Another hook that misses. 1 ball, 1 strike. He has just 3 hits in his last 23 at bats. Batting average right now at .244. Real star in high school growing up, West Palm Beach. Signed out of high school with Atlanta. Out of play, 1 and 2.
Another tall guy, he likes to get his arms extended. John wants to jam him with some fastballs and curveballs down. That was a fastball away there. See how he liked that. He wants to get his arms out there, extended. Get some of that pop.
Did he go? The Angels will appeal. Did not go, says Las Diaz. It's a 2-2 count. John must have great confidence in that breaking ball because he's throwing it a lot early in this game. He's in the 4th inning. He has struck out 4, has not allowed a run. The Angels scored their run on a base hit by Sean Figgins, bottom of the 3rd, that scored Ibar. Came back with the hook. It's lifted foul. So obviously John thinks, well, you got to prove to me that you can hit the hook.
In the meantime, they're taxing his pitch count.
71 pitches thrown by Lackey and not yet done with 4. His pitch efficiency was great in his last game against Baltimore. That was more of a free swinging club.
He doesn't want to mess around. He wants to finish Salty off.
Count is full, but Blaylock will be going now, so if Saltalamacchia can gap one, he could tie the game. Angels will have Morales play behind Blaylock. They shade Saltalamacchia a bit to pull. Pitch is swung on and missed. Lackey with 5 strikeouts, but he's thrown 73 pitches through 4. Final vote. That man is Bobby Abreu in 2004, who did it for the Philadelphia Phillies, and boy, did he deserve to go. He had some great years with the Phils.
Well, that was kind of a trick question, because I was thinking it was a current Angel that was, that happened to an Angel, and I couldn't think of any. So way to go, Mitch Reinhart. That's a good question.
Bobby Abreu, those years with Philadelphia, he hit .312, .335, .316, .289, .308, .300, .301. And it seemed like every single year, Rex, he also scored at least 100 and drove in at least 100. Juan Rivera sends one high in the air and deep to left field. Into the corner it goes, and it is a foul ball. Murphy was giving chase, and it looked like the way he was running, he might just dive in the stands if he thought he had a chance at it.
Well, that was the second curveball we've seen all night. It was a hanger. He almost got it.
Almost got that foul ball. Just missed that one too.
Nippert has an interesting way. Right before he throws the ball home, it looks like he goes in his glove and he double grips. It's kind of a little strange thing. We see it more from our camera from the center field than the hitter probably does. But if you watch him, he looks like he's reaching in. Right about now. See how he brings his glove out? He brings the ball out of his glove and then puts it back in his glove.
Habit.
Obviously. May not even know he does it. But see, that's what hitters look for. Hitters look for any kind of tendencies they can in the glove, in the pitcher.
Juan Rivera jumps all over this one and hits it into the night. Wow. Number 15 for Rivera and a 2-0 Angel lead.
Strong hands. Man, did he power through the zone. Whoa, baby. He might throw him a few more curveballs next time up because he didn't fool him on that one. That ball was swung on, gone the minute on contact. And Nippert, he knows it. He knew it. Juan knew it first, and Nippert knew it second. Bouncing up there around the rocks. That's a good shot.
A run in the third, a run in the fourth. The Angels are 2 up on Texas. What a sound.
Man, I'll tell you.
Struck ball makes.
You would love the feel of that, what that feels like. I mean, you don't even hardly feel it. Man, it just, you know you got it. When you hit one like that. You never hit a homer?
You know,
in Little League?
Little League, sure. 3-2 baseball in Kansas.
Don't you remember how that felt? It was good. Juan knows it. He's hit 15 of them now.
Fouled off. Henry Morales stretched his hit streak to 12 straight games with a base hit up the middle and then stole his first base of the year. He can turn on a fastball pretty well. So second time through the order, the Angels having a little better success. He's faced 5 guys second time through the order, and 3 of them have hits. Well, that's popped up behind home plate. Salvador with room. Makes the catch. That's the first out of the 4th inning for the Angels.
That was Juan Rivera's 87th career home run in the majors.
So Salvador Lamacchia gets Destin Nippert back on beam, and now he'll face Meiser Turris, who popped up to first base his first time up. Again, this is Nippert's first start of the year since coming off the DL. A big, tall guy, 6'8" tall, born in Wheeling, West Virginia, but grew up in Bealsville, Ohio, small farming town. And do you know he has a twin? And they both went to Ohio Valley College. Can you imagine what it was like when they played a doubleheader? The other team would go, "Hey, didn't this guy pitch the first game?"
Well, you know, he can use that height for his leverage. He can just stay on top and throw down, but it looks like a lot of his balls are up. Now, there's a rare changeup, so he's starting to bring in some off secondary pitches, and he needs to. But he's been very successful with that fastball. He's locating it.
One and 2 to Meiser. Rivera went deep. Morales popped up. 2-0 Angels. That's down the line. That's a fair ball. Meiser racing around first. Good throw by Marlon Byrd. Safe goal. And that's a double, number 12 for his Turris. Number 10, excuse me.
What a stroke. Right down the line. I mean, that ball was right on it. Irish Mike Riley. He's the home plate umpire. Excuse me, first base umpire. And he was right there again. Looking at it. Ball landed right at his feet. Turris, nice balance. Good quick swing. Got out in front. Whenever you pull the ball, you got to hit that ball out in front. Right by Blaylock, who makes a nice diving attempt.
This is the second visit by Mike Maddox as they're trying to take control of this game. And make sure the Rangers stay close. This is the second game of the 3-game series. Tomorrow night, Villa or Hunter against Irvin Santana. The Angels, with Big John going, want to nail down this win, push the lead at 2. Starting the second half right now. Mike Napoli's the batter, grounded out to short his first time up. Strike one.
Okay, there's a get me over curve. He's starting to bring those other pitches in there.
You think that might have been the discussion with Mike Maddox?
Could have been. Said, hey, look, you know, I know the fastball's been working. It worked for you through the first time through, but the second time through, they're starting to catch you a little bit here. Mix them up.
No play on. Up and in. 1 ball, 1 strike to Mike Napoli. Derek Holland is warming in the Texas Rangers bullpen. He had been a starting pitcher with all of the injuries they've suffered. The guys like Brandon McCarthy and Matt Harrison, and earlier this year, rookie Eric Hurley.
Angels faced Holland early in the season. He was a starter.
Mike pops it up. Saltalamacchia, almost the same spot that he caught Henry Morales' pop-up, and that's the second out of the 4th inning. So the guy who started the trouble is Eric Ibar. Bunted and came out to score.
All right, now that ball is going to come back to the field. That backspin on it brings it back. Saltalamacchia, no problem.
Ibar reached on a bunt base hit his first time up, stole second base, scored on Sean Figgin's single. And then the Angels, Juan Rivera went deep this inning for a 2-0 lead. So Ibar getting ready for his second at bat. This gives Mike Scioscia an opportunity to rotate those infielders. The 3 now of Ibar, Izturis, and Kendrick.
He's going to keep them fresh as the season moves along, so that's a good thing. Same way with Vladdy playing some right field again.
Allow Juan Rivera to get some time off in the outfield. That just tells you that Nipper's not ready to throw, because both the shortstop Andrus and the second baseman Kinsler not even breaking at all.
Ibar, he's the kind of guy that, you know, he's going to hit it wherever it's pitched. Now, he threw first pitch changeup to him, which was a good pitch. Haven't seen him throw that change very much. It sinks away from the righty.
Tight with the fastball.
Ibar's a .259 hitter with a runner at second base and beyond. Angels overall really strong with runners in scoring position. They upped their mark after that hit-a-thon last night. They upped it to .289. And with 2 outs with a runner in scoring position, they're hitting .280. We've seen quite a few outfield, or excuse me, 2-out rallies by the Angels this year. It's really kind of breaks the pitcher's back.
And the Angels' ability to hit with men in scoring position is something different than Texas, because Texas does not. That's why Texas might be second in the American League in home runs, yet they're 7th in runs scored. Here's the pitch, and Ibar lifts it foul. This should get out of play and will. And the count stays at 1-2. Mike Scioscia always talks about not only batting average with men in scoring position, but getting guys into scoring position. So that's why they want to go first to third, run the bases so well, steal bases, get guys in to give their offense opportunities with runners in scoring position, where a single can get home the 3rd run of this inning, 3rd run of the ball game, and 2nd of the inning. Baltimore's at 300, but they're in dead last place in the American League East. The Angels in first place because of their clutch hitting, their base running, their speed, and obviously they have better pitching than Baltimore. Ibar takes it right back up the box. Here comes Asturis. Hamilton will bring it to the infield, and the Angels go in front 3-0.
That's what he was looking for. Just something out over. He could slap it. Another 2-out RBI by the Angels. Big hit there by Eric Ibar. Nice stroke right off the top of the rubber. Hey, there's no chance to field this ball at all. That ball was by him in his heartbeat. And Hamilton, with the speedy Asturis, says, you know what? They just scored their second run in the inning. That's going to be it. Ron Washington's coming out saying, hey, pretty good job, but a little bit too many fastballs.
And this is his first start since coming off the DL, so he's coming out of the ball game, and Ron Washington going to the bullpen. We'll be right back. AT&T, the nation's fastest 3G network. AT&T, your world delivered. You saw the guy who was highlighted in that video, Sean Figgins. He has a chance to go to the All-Star game, but needs your vote, fans. Just go online, angelsbaseball.com or MLB.com, and it'll tell you how to vote. It's really easy.
You can vote all day for him, as many as you like.
Keep it up. I mean, he is so deserving, and we would not be continue to pound the situation because he's been doing so well. I mean, look at the top averages since May 15th, and this guy in the leadoff categories, on-base percentage, runs scored, walks, he is way up there. He will lead things, or he will be batting here in the fourth inning against the new pitcher Derek Holland, lefty. And this lefty's got a very good move. He's 22 years old, from Newark, Ohio, 6'2", 185, and he was selected in the 25th round of the 2006 June draft, and really flew through the organization, going 17-6 in the minor leagues with an ERA of 2.5. It's amazing how quickly a lefty can move through the organization. The Angels have a lefty they drafted from New Jersey a few years back by the name of Trevor Recklin. He just turned 20, and he's already in double play, and scouts are raving about him.
This kid's got a good fastball. He's going to throw that a majority of the time, and he's got a slider. Does an average job of handling the running game. He's young.
Ibar does not go. As a matter of fact, Eric was moving back towards first base, did not have a good read of Holland coming home.
So with Michael Young, the third baseman, in, Biggie might look for an inside pitch to pull it by him.
Center field. Hamilton should take care of this one. He does, but the Angels score 2 in the inning. A home run by Juan Rivera, a single by Eric Ibar, and Juan belted his 15th. They scored a run in the third and 2 in the fourth. They've knocked out the starting pitcher Dustin Nippert, and Lackey going to work with Elvis Andrus and throws him strike 1. Andrus grounded out to third his first time up with 2 on. Runners were on the corners. That was the best opportunity Texas has had of scoring a run in the ball game. They were turned back by John.
If he gets a little stingy when runners get in scoring position, he kind of tightens up his game, and that's a good sign. It's a sign of a #1 pitcher.
He is one competitive guy. As Mike Scioscia's manager said, he'd compete at tiddlywinks or chess. Get angry if you beat him. There's a bunt try. Up with it is Napoli. His throw in time. Here's 1 out.
Well, that bat laid down right there in front of home plate, and then ball hit it, kept it from rolling any further. Got to help Napoli out a little bit there.
Who was the most competitive player that you ever played against or played with?
Ooh, I want to say Kirk Gibson's got to be right at the top. Gibson. Donnie Mattingly was pretty fierce competitor. There were several. Mark Langston, you couldn't come near him on the day he pitched. He'd bite your neck off. It's unbelievable. Some of these guys, you know.
And the other day, he's one of the nicest guys in the world.
Right.
Kinsler is flied out to center and left.
I'm going to put Eckstein in there, even though I didn't play against him, but I watched him long enough.
To right field and down the line, foul. So Ian will try it again. Yeah, David's out for a while, hurt his hamstring, I guess.
Yeah, he did. They put him on the DL.
By the way, Seattle still leads Baltimore 3-2, top of the 5th inning. In that game, it's Eric Bedard throwing for the Mariners and Jeremy Guthrie for Baltimore. Angels took 3 of 4 from the Birds. Then they go up north and they lose on a 1-hitter to former Angel Jared Washburn last night. Losing tonight 3-2. Kinsler swings and misses at the breaking ball, and John Lackey now has 6 strikeouts and not yet 5 innings.
Good breaking ball. Look at how off balance Kinsler was. It's good spot.
4 hits allowed. All of them singles except one double. That was struck by Marlon Byrd. Michael Young's the batter, and he takes strike one. One other American League West game. Boston beat Oakland 5-2. So the Yankees beat Minnesota 10-2. Tampa Bay over Toronto 3-1. Tigers beat Kansas City 8-5, and the Tigers continue to lead the Central by a game and a half over the Twins. Well, they pushed it now to 2.5 because Minnesota lost tonight. White Sox over Cleveland 10-6. Good breaking ball. This is outside.
You know, in that Toronto game, they had a local kid starting. He's from Riverside, Mark Shipinski. He went 6 innings and only gave up 1 run in his major league debut. Now they lost the game, but he pitched well. Left-hander.
Well, that Riverside area has produced some good players. Troy Percival, Adam Kennedy, and others.
There's a bunch of them out there. A hotbed for talent. That and softball too. Real softball teams are good out there.
Southern California. I mean, Michael Young, Covina, California, goes to UC Santa Barbara and is only drafted in the 10th round and has had an all-star career. I mean, this is his 6th all-star game he'll be going to next week. And how do you miss on a guy in the 10th round?
Well, it's hard. When they're young, you just don't know what they're going to turn out to be. There's so many young prospects now. They try to hit that jackpot with a top pick, but sometimes they hit them in the later rounds.
Chopper up the middle. This will be a tough play for Ibar. Save at first base, Young, and that's an infield hit.
Ibar's quick, and he made a play out of that. Most shortstops aren't going to even throw it. But Ibar took off with a quick feet. He came and got it. Nice try. The minute you chop one like that, you know it's a foot race. Michael Young, he's going hard. Only focusing on the base. He's not looking back to look at the fielder. He's not looking to see the play, because when you take your head off, when you look at the field and you take your focus away from first base, it slows you down. Look at that nice play, throwing off the right leg. A lot of young players, you know, they hit the ball and they watch the ball. They watch where it goes, and they're running to first base.
Hamilton is the one guy Lackey has not been able to get out. He is 3 for 3. All 3 hit singles. And a first and third situation for the Rangers with 2 outs in the 5th inning. Tying run will be coming to the plate in Andrew Jones, and he has struck out twice against Big John.
So Hamilton, he's doing what he should be doing coming off of the DL and missing some time. He's just, you know, trying to find his timing, laying the bat on the ball, looking for singles right now. He knows the homers will come. He's 5 for 7 in 2 games now so far, coming off that DL.
That's their first base hit with a man on base. They were 0 for 8. Hamilton gives it to him, but they haven't scored yet. Lackey will try and keep him quiet. First pitch curveball hit in the air, deep center field. Oh, way back is Hunter, and that ball has tied the game with a long home run by Andrew Jones.
Here come the long ball bats of the Rangers. 11th home run by Andrew Jones, and that was a no-doubter. It was on a curve. Just like that, they're right back in the game. Okay, watch this breaking ball. It's down out over the plate. It wasn't called a hanger. A hanger's belt high. That ball's about the knees, but still over the plate and didn't fool Andrew Jones. He got it.
Back at square one with the Angels and Rangers, and Lackey saying, oh man, 3-run home run, those are the ones that hurt. Blaylock now up, and he sends one to left field for a base hit. So that's 4 straight hits off John, and going to second base is Blaylock with a double. How about that?
He was really deep on Blaylock there. Maybe a little too deep. He just kind of doinked that one off the end of his bat when he left the batter's box. I'm sure he was saying that's a single, but then as he hit first base and looked up and saw how far Abreu was, he went ahead and took it into second.
Hey fans, there's a great ticket special for tomorrow's game as the Angels wrap up this series with the Texas Rangers, courtesy of ESPN Zone and Downtown Disney. Tickets are still available for just $7 in select view level seats and $12 in the right and left field pavilions. Use the password RIVALS at the Angels Stadium ticket window or angelsbaseball.com to purchase your tickets today. Well, Lackey, it's first time he has been troubled in this game. He had not allowed back-to-back hits until this inning, and now in the fifth, they have back-to-back hits. 4 straight hits off of John.
And the Rangers were 1 for 4 last night with runners in scoring position, and had a big 3-runner there.
Marlon Byrd up, takes strike 1. Got the first 2 guys out. A bunt try. Andrus thrown out, strikes out Kinsler, and then Young reaches on an infield hit. Hamilton first pitch base hit. Jones first pitch swinging home run. Was Blaylock's double on the first pitch? I know it was early in the count.
It was.
Three and 0. John has thrown 92 pitches.
He's pretty good at letting the bad go. There was one time in his career where he would let that bother him a little bit. Let's turn the page time here. He's in a dangerous hitting count to Byrd. See if he comes back with another fastball. If he does, watch out, because Byrd has been swinging a good bat.
Breaking ball misses, so a walk now to Marlon Byrd. So 5 straight Rangers have reached runners on first and second, and David Murphy coming up. He's 0 for 2 in the game, but came in red hot. 6 hits in his last 8 at bats.
Do you think David Murphy likes the number 7? Because he wears number 7. He's playing left field, which is his number 7 spot. He's batting in the 7th spot, and today is July 7th at 7-7, and he has 7 home runs. How about the number 7 for Murphy?
Wow.
That's a lot of 7s.
And he was traded for Eric Gagne on the 7th month in 2007.
And guess what he's batting now? 277. 7s are lining up for Murphy.
Well, maybe John Lackey will get him on the 7th pitch in this at bat.
I had a little help with our great cameraman Rusty Breslow. He kind of tipped me off about that. I said, you know what? That's pretty interesting, all the 7s that's involved with Murphy tonight.
It tells you about the twisted mind of Rusty Breslow.
That's right. You know,
what's he thinking about?
It's a good thing he can't hit a 7-run home run.
That's 3 pitches now. 4-7. That's 4 pitches.
John wants the punch. Get out of this inning and hopefully get them Angels to tack on a few more runs, because he's not too far from leaving. He's got 98 pitches thrown. They've been fouling off a lot of pitches and doing a pretty good job with John.
All the trouble for John started with 2 outs. There was nobody on. Young with the infield hit. Hamilton with the single. Jones with a 3-run home run. Blaylock doubled. And then a walk to Marlon Byrd.
Okay, Napoli and Lackey they weren't sure on what to call there. It was more John Lackey. Napoli saw that and he says, all right, let's go out, we'll talk about it. Eric Cooper, home plate umpire, he walks out there and just say, hey, come on, fellas, let's go.
The Texas Rangers have put together some quality at bats to move up his pitch count. He's got 2 pitches to 100. That's not like John. He usually gets some early count outs. But Texas has put together some great at-bats in this game, and they finally came through with a 3-run home run that ties the game.
Has a curveball down and out, and Murphy's doing all he can to swing if it's close. Don't want to be called out. Look.
Rex, this next pitch will be the 7th pitch in this at bat.
All right, 7s are lined up for Murphy. Don't throw it straight, John.
Lackey is hoping they're not lucky 7s. Okay, 7th pitch is low.
Yep, didn't hurt him. But he spit on that breaking ball. Now he's got to come in there. Saltalamacchia on deck.
With 2 out, the runners will be going. Blaylock from second base, Bird from first base. Angels and Rangers tied at 3 in game 2 of this important American League West Series. That's low, ball 4, and David Murphy walks to load the bases for Jared Saltalamacchia. So what an inning it has been, because John Lackey cruising, and Texas has sent 6 straight batters to the plate, and they've all reached.
Okay, a little bit of body language there. He thought he wanted that one.
Jason Bolger warming up as John Lackey's next pitch will be the 30th in this inning.
Just focus here. Try to get out of this with no further damage.
There's a fastball, strike 1. He's thrown Saltalamacchia a lot of breaking pitches.
I don't know what Salty was looking for there. Bases are loaded. He's trying to get ahead. That's a good inside strike.
Look at that curveball was in his head. Bases are full. Breaking ball beautifully blocked by Napoli. First 4 innings, just 4 hits, no runs. This inning, 4 hits, 3 runs.
And this is the 3rd time around for the Rangers, so they're figuring out Big John a little bit now.
Hook in there, 1-2.
And Salty's been swinging a lot of those in the dirt. That's probably the best curveball he's gotten to hit all night.
Bases loaded, Blaylock at 3rd, Bird second, Murphy first, 2 outs, tie ball game. It skips away, and Blaylock will score the go-ahead run.
Boy, that's a nice break by Blaylock, the runner. He was ready. He came right down as his lead from third base and down on his right foot and waiting, and he saw that ball bounce and took off. Curveball a little bit shy. Napoli did all he could, but look at Blaylock at the top of your screen. Didn't hesitate. Stole a run.
So Texas with a 4-run 5th. Fastball ripped to right field. This could score 2. Vladdy's throw home. They're going to second. Not in time. And what an inning it's been for John Lackey. Oh my. He came in with a 3-run lead and now trails by 3.
Wow. That's going to be it. And hard to figure, but that 3-run home run with 2 outs by Andrew Jones. Talked about it, how the Angels will break their opponents back. That hurts.
6-3. Lackey knocked out in the 5th inning by Texas.
really hurt John. He didn't recover from that.
So now Jason Bolger comes out of the bullpen to deal with Elvis Andrus, who started the inning by grounding out. Second base is Salter Lamakia. He went there on the throw home by Vlad Guerrero,
which was a good aggressive move to get into scoring position again. Oh, and he read Vladdy's throw. It's a pretty good throw, though. Vladdy, it's pretty good.
Rangers now with 6 runs on 9 hits, no errors. They left 5. The Angels with 3 runs on 7 hits, and they got to come back again. Well, the Angels have won 3 straight, all in comeback fashion. And the Angels ranked second in the major leagues with 24 comeback wins. New York is first with 25. Fastball misses outside.
Bolger's going with the fastball, curve, and now an occasional changeup, just to kind of give the batter a different look.
Andrus 0 for 2. He's grounded out twice. Ground ball third. Figgins has it. His long throw. Got him. What a play. What an arm by Sean Figgins.
Woo! Man, get out of that terrible inning.
See, Texas scores 6 runs, but they could have scored more if this guy doesn't make a tremendous play. Sean Figgins from third base.
Oh, man, I'm going to tell you, that's not easy, too, against a kid that can run really fast.
He's stretched by Morales.
He relies on that strong throwing arm. Look how he gets his feet. He doesn't throw it off balance. He gets his feet with him, and he relies on hosing guys out.
I'm telling you.
Now they're going to have to chip away at Holland.
The lefty Holland's been pretty tough this year in relief roles. Now he has 7 starts this year and had a tough time in that department. Derek Holland, the rookie left-hander, just 22 years old with a 2-5 record and ERA over 6. They like his future. That ball is shot to left field, so a good start. Bottom of the 5th inning for the Angels as Bobby Abreu reaches.
Well, he's going to have to develop a changeup or another pitch. You can't get started with just 2 pitches, fastball, slider. It's tough because you're facing a lot of batters now. Out of the pen, get away with 2 pitches. Nice short swing. He didn't even stride. Bobby didn't even stride. Didn't even move his front foot. He just took his hands and threw the ball, or threw the head right there.
So Bobby on for the 2nd time with a walk and now a single. The batter is Torrey Hunter. He's 1 for 2. Singled his last time up, and he swings at the first pitch here. Andrus gets a 6, a 4, and a 3 double play.
He was setting all over the fastball, but he got on top of it.
Vlad Guerrero was 0 for 2, a ground out, a strikeout, but those were against Dustin Nippert. First time the Angels facing this Derek Holland. First time through in this ball game. There's that slide piece you were talking about, but usually left-handers come up and they already know how to throw that changeup.
I'll try it again.
Back with a fastball at 95. Are you kidding me?
It's down low. Vlad likes those, but he's shaking his head saying, I don't want that one.
Out of play. Angels scored 1 in the 3rd and 2 in the 4th, but Texas with a huge 5th inning scored 6 times, sending 10 men to the plate.
Salty wants that ball down.
Foul.
He missed.
Get it down enough, but got it in enough.
Right. You can see Saltalamacchia pounding the ground with his glove, saying, I want that breaking ball down. But you know, that's going to set up maybe another high fastball. Fastball away.
Breaks his bat, rolls it to short, and Andrus throws him out. Inning is over. We head to the 6th. Texas with a 6-3 lead.
Think he was guessing curve?
Now we'll start the 6th inning, and Ian Kinsler will lead things off against Jason Bolger, then Michael Young, and Jason and Josh Hamilton. Foul. Kinsler's 0 for 3 with a flyout, pair of flyouts, and a strikeout. Texas has always been able to hit. Last year they led the American League in batting average, runs, total bases, slugging percentage. This year their batting average is way down at 257. But they're still up there, averaging close to 5 runs per game. But they've really needed the home run to help them out. They have the 2nd most home runs in the major leagues. And it's almost like if they don't get the big fly, it's tough for them to beat opponents. The key has been their pitching and their defense have been much better.
Right, but it's not an exact science, this game, so it's not always going to work the way you want it to.
Kinsler went and strikes out for the 2nd time. Good pitch by Jason Bolger. Space 2, retired both.
Okay, he's got such a good fastball that the curveball comes out of the same plane that fastball's on, and then it dips down. Sometimes if the hitter can't pick up the rotation, you see that. He checks his swing. He sees it too late.
This Angels bullpen has been getting better. Bolger's been part of that. And it was probably the best game of the year by Kevin Jepson last night. That ball struck pretty well to right field. Vladdy chases it near the track and makes the catch for out number 2.
Give it a pretty good ride to the opposite field. Big Daddy's keeping that focus on that ball. Drifted a little bit further than he thought.
Good thing he's got those long arms. He'll reach up and grab it.
Good play.
There's Josh Hamilton, 3 for 3. It's amazing what he did in the minor leagues. He goes 3 for 23 in the minor leagues assignment, his rehab assignment. Comes right up to the majors, 5 for 7. Man, that minor league stuff is, those pitchers are so tough.
That's right. So let me get back up here where they count. Very talented athlete.
Remember that home run he hit in Arlington against the Angels, 460 feet in the right field upper deck.
Yeah, he's got some
power.
Really good pop. We've seen him spray the ball around in singles.
Morales has it, gets it to Jason Bolger. A quick and easy 6th inning for Bolger.
Home run, a solo shot. He hit it a long way. Just one guy, one solo shot. They're going to need a multi-home run to get back in this one. That's the Coors Light Freeze Camp, brought to you by Frost Brewed Coors Light.
So Juan will lead things off here in the 6th inning. He led off the 4th with that home run. Look at what he's on pace for, 30 and 101. Best season when he was completely healthy was 23 home runs and 85 RBIs, and then that winter offseason fractured his leg playing winter ball in Venezuela so severely in December that he wouldn't be able to come back and play at all with the Angels until July that year.
Yeah, no, that set him back quite a ways. But, you know, after he got through and he was healed, then it took him some time to get confidence and running on that leg again, but now I think it's safe to say he's cleared that hurdle. Athletes, they've got to overcome a lot of injuries. You can't quit. You just got to give your body time to heal. Good slider.
And a strikeout. So Holland coming off that out of that bullpen, really dealing on the Angels, who's faced 5 batters and the only one with a base hit. Bobby Abreu was erased on the double play.
It's a good slider there. That ball broke to his back leg. After throwing him a couple pitches on the outside corner that were fastballs, that was well placed.
He's from Newark, Ohio High School. Graduated in 2005 and attended Wallace State Community College in Alabama. Then the Rangers drafted him 25th round, and he just flew through the organization. Now coming out of the bullpen for Texas, and he's facing Kendry Morales, batting from the right side for the first time. Morales rolls one up the middle. Kinsler has it. 2 outs.
Yeah, young lefties coming in, keeping him off balance with mainly just fastball slider.
Texas was trailing 3-0 going into the 5th inning with 2 outs. An infield hit by Young, and a single by Hamilton, a home run by Jones, a double by Blaylock, a walk to Bird, a walk to Murphy, a wild pitch, and then Saltalamacchia drove in 2. Texas now leads 6-3.
Holland, he's been coming out throwing strike 1 to every batter.
Slider in there. Nothing in 2. Boy, he has been very effective. Just 18 total pitches, and 16 have been strikes. 2 missing.
Put pressure on Angel batters that way.
Popped him up. Saltalamacchia drops the baseball. Oh my, and the Angels inning will continue.
Well, he didn't want that to happen, but you want to turn your body around because, like I mentioned, on the previous 2 pop-up at the screen that he caught, you turn the ball's going towards the field, so it's moving back towards the field. Normally catchers try to turn around and face the backstop, but this is what happens when you don't.
Ron Washington is going to go to his bullpen. We had Jason Jennings warming up, and because of Mike Napoli's success against left-handers, I believe we will see a move here. What a shame for Derek Holland, because he was pitching just great baseball. 19 pitches, 17 strikes. I don't know, maybe Washington will keep him in.
Oh, he's asking him how he feels. Napoli's hitting .467 off of lefties this year. 4 home runs. He's going to the pen. They're messing with him.
6-3, Texas leads. We'll be right back. Buffalo Ranch chicken sandwiches, 3 mini home-style chicken fillets on toasted mini buns. We're back at Angel Stadium. You're taking a look at the team store, and the Raleigh Monkey is out. That young man having a blast here on a Tuesday night at the ballpark. Rangers lead at 6-3. Angels need to rally again. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning, 1 on with 2 out. And the new pitcher is Jason Jennings, a veteran, 30 years old from Dallas, Texas. Played college baseball at Baylor, and he's been really tough of late.
Yeah, he's good. He's got a good sinking fastball. He's got a slider and a changeup, and Napoli, he likes everything down. And let's see if they can make that error by Saltalamacchia hurt.
Breaking ball misses high, ball one. Jennings has not allowed a run in his last 4 games, and this is a guy who can strike guys out. He recorded 6 straight Ks from June 29th through July 3rd, one shy of Nolan Ryan's club record for successive strikeouts. Another breaker. The reason they made the change, this guy hits lefties.
Sure does. Ron Washington wasn't going to take a chance. Now Jennings, he's not going to throw his changeup that often. He only throws maybe his sinker, slider. Those are the 2 pitches he's been using mainly.
A hanger that is called a high strike.
Ooh, man, that's a pitch that can go a long way. Napoli, he missed that one. And he hits some monster shots whenever he gets a hold of them.
In there. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Mike.
2 hangers in a row. That's a great segment they do on the pregame show with, let's check out the player's locker. And they looked at Napoli's locker today, and he showed everybody what's in there. Torrey Hunter's was great.
Came inside and hit Mike. So the Angels inning will continue. 2 on with 2 out for Eric Ibar. So Texas was able to rally with 2 outs and score 6 times in the 5th inning. Maybe the Angels can score some with 2 outs here in inning number 6.
Yep, Napoli just turned his shoulder, says, no big deal. Get hit all the time when I'm a catcher, and Saltalamacchia took that one. Angels want to see if they can put a little 2-out rally onto their own.
Their last 3 wins, all in a row, have been come from behind fashion. They trailed by 4 against Baltimore on Saturday, came back and won. They trailed by 4 against the Orioles again on Sunday, came from behind to win. And they were down yesterday 2-0 to Texas and rallied to win 9-4. Now they're losing 6-3 in the bottom of the 6th inning with Eric Ibar at the plate. He is 2 for 2 with an RBI and a run scored. Strike 1. Just off the plate.
Okay, a lot of sliders. Ibar's, he'll pull something off speed if it's elevated. He's got a good level swing, and he's also going to shoot that ball to left field, but he wants to pull one here. He wants to get Napoli all the way around.
High and tight, 2-1. It seems like he has better command with his slider than he does with his fastball early in this outing for Jason Jennings against the Angels.
Ron Washington's he's probably saying, you know what, you can't give an extra out to this Angels team. They sometimes will make you pay. See if it happens.
Ibar went after a high one. The count is even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Rivera struck out. Morales grounded out. Asturias looked like he would be the final out. Popped up, but Saltalamacchia dropped the baseball. So Asturias reached, and then Jennings, coming out of the bullpen, hit Mike Napoli in the left arm. He's at first. In the dirt, great block by Saltalamacchia, or the Angels would have had runners on 2nd and 3rd.
Yeah, got to keep that ball in front of you. He does a good job. He's a big guy, but look at, he smothers that ball, squares it up perfectly on the chest protector.
Ball 4. Ibar works the walk. He was down in the count, fought back. Now the bases are loaded for Sean Figgins.
That was designed to swing and miss that pitch, and that was a good breaking ball. I mean, a lot of guys are going to hack at that, but Ibar, as well as the rest of the hitters on the Angels team, have really improved their plate discipline. They're not out there just hacking like they used to. They're working pitchers, and now, it seemed like Holland, the young man, was already out of the inning, and one drop ball by the catcher, and here they are, loaded up, waiting for a big hit.
And Angel fans, you have the final say. Vote for Sean Figgins as the final American League All-Star. Just go to angelsbaseball.com and cast your 2009 All-Star Game final vote. Send Figgins to the All-Star Game in St. Louis. Voting ends at 4 o'clock Eastern, 1 o'clock Pacific this Thursday. So Jennings, coming out of the bullpen, has hit an Angel, now walked an Angel, loaded the bases, and the Halos have a chance to get right back in it with a big hit by Sean.
Figgy has a chance to garner more votes with a big hit right here. He's following Brandon Inge and Kinsler in the voting. He's third place currently.
Takes the first pitch outside, ball 1, and Jennings started him off with a breaking ball.
Fans starting to come to life here. Waiting for a big hit. Figgins has been good with Asturis at third and Napoli at second, and Ibar. He got good speed out there, especially at first.
Takes it high. It's 2 balls and no strikes. I'm not sure if he's thrown a strike with a fastball yet. He's thrown 13 pitches, and only 4 have made the strike zone.
A little bit off, but they got to make him pay with a big hit. Might take a strike here. See if you can get in the zone, or you might be wanting to hit. The bases are loaded.
He does take a strike, and that's the first fastball that I can remember making it into that zone at 91 miles an hour. He's got a good sinker. The count's 2-1.
He's a run producer now, Figgy is. He's not trying to get on base, but he's been slugging really well this year. He's been hitting good with runners in scoring position.
Three and 1.
It looks like to me Jennings is begging a little bit out there. He's hoping for a called strike, but he's just too much borderline. Figgins still has to look to hit here. Fans saying, hey, come on, guys, let's get up. It's a big part of the game.
He walked him, and the Angels score a run on the bases loaded walk by Sean Figgins.
Strange game. Anybody who tells you they're an expert or they figured it out, don't believe them.
As soon as you think you've got the game figured out, it will punch you right square in the nose. I couldn't figure out the 5th inning after John Lackey was cruising and then gave up 6.
Now a big hit ties it up again.
Jason Jennings reeling in the 6th inning. Came out of that bullpen, had not allowed a run in his last 4 outings, has thrown 16 pitches, has missed the zone with 11 of them, has hit a batter, walked 2, and Bobby Abreu's up, batting .349 with men in scoring position.
Well, this sellout crowd, they're helping. Of course, the rally monkey has appeared. A lot of fans believe it's the monkey, but it's going to be Abreu's bat, and Torrey Hunter to follow.
Strike 1. Abreu walked, stole a base in the 1st, lined out to left in the 3rd, single to left in the 5th.
Leads the Angels with 13 go-ahead RBIs. .35 RBIs in his last 34 games, so the right man is in the right spot. Being patient, being selective as always.
The Angels don't have a hit in the inning. An error, a hit by pitch, a walk, and a walk. Taking advantage of Texas struggles. Ooh, he had a rip. He was going to try and send the Angels into the lead with one big swing, but fouled it straight back.
But he was looking for his 9th grand slam. He's got 8 in his career. That's a perfect pitch for him. He tried to pull it. That's a pitch you want to pull. It's on the inner half. Now he'll go to slap him. He's little bit more dangerous in this situation even. Fun to watch him. Nice average there with the bases loaded in his career.
Out of play. He is as good a two-strike hitter as we've seen because of his ability to fight off pitches that are too tough to drive.
Right. Anything close with 2 strikes, he's usually on it, just like that one there.
Bases loaded. Napoli at third base. Second base belongs to Ibar. First base, Sean Figgins, who just drove in a run with a bases loaded walk.
Key,
just trailed by 2.
Key when you're facing a pitcher with the bases loaded, the pressure's on the pitcher, not on the batter.
Again, he fights it off left side as Jennings came after him with the fastball.
Yep. Guy knows no pressure, Abreu. He's as calm as anything right now. He's just up there looking for a mistake he can whack and put in play.
Two strikes. With the game that Jennings is having, he does not want to go 3-2 because he has struggled with his command this entire inning.
Hope Bobby's got to be in hit mode here.
He swings and misses and strikes out. But the Angels score a run on a bases loaded walk. A 6-4 Texas lead as Jared Saltalamacchia got off the hook, but his error allowed a run to score in that last inning. But a beautiful pitch thrown by Jason Jennings to strike out Bobby Abreu and leave the bases loaded.
Salty says, way to pick me up. That was a nice pitch there. Tough one.
Bob dropped out.
Oh, I'll say.
New pitcher for the Angels is Matt Palmer, and he's pitched very well last 2 outings out of the bullpen. 2 shutout frames in each game.
Yep, he's got a good sinking fastball, natural cutter, overhand curve, high fastball.
Ball hit to left field. Bobby Abreu comes on near the foul line, is there to make the catch and 1 out.
I'm not throwing Andrew Jones any more curveballs. He just missed that one.
And his 3-run home run on a curveball thrown by John Lackey, belted out.
The hitter will tell you. Okay, see, he swings on it. He knows he missed it.
Here's Hank Blaylock. He's 3 for 7 in the series and 2 for 3 tonight with a single and a double.
He's got a natural cutter into lefties.
Hank strokes it back up the middle. He's got his game going back. When I looked down and saw that he was hitting 194 the last 21, and I'm going, well, then why did he hit the Angels so well in Arlington and so well in the first 2 games of this series? Is he getting all the hits against the Angels?
Well, he lives in San Diego, and he loves to perform against the Angels. See, that's nice. He hits it off the end of the bat. Didn't get it on the sweet part, but a nice fluid swing.
His dad, Dana, was one of the San Diego County's greatest basketball players, one of their all-time leading scorers, but taught his sons to play baseball. You've got Jake, Willie, and Hank Joe, the 3 sons. Good baseball players, all 3. Here's the pitch, and it's swung on, lifted foul, back into the upward deck. Strike 1. Marlon Byrd's been on twice with a double and a walk. He was part of that 6-run huge inning for Texas in the 5th. Baltimore has gone up on Seattle big time, 12-3. It was 3-2 Seattle in the 5th.
Floodgates open there.
I guess so. Seattle's playing good baseball. They're just 3.5 games out of first place. Fastball runs inside, 2-1 the count. For Texas, this has been one of the best first halves the Rangers have ever had. I mean, their best mark 1996 when they won the West. They went 49-32 the first half of the season. Ground ball struck to third. Biggins has it. Goes second. 1. Safe at first base is Bird, but what a play by Sean Figgins.
Pretty nifty try. We see that spin move all the time on balls hit to his left. He stays down low, spun around, pirouetted, gave a nice ball over to Esteuris. He got rid of it quickly. But Marlon Byrd always hustles down the line. Always. Even when it's a meaningless game, you're out of it or whatever, this guy has a lot of respect for the game, and he's a tough one to double up. Great effort, though.
Two outs, Bird at first base. He's a good base runner, so they'll try and keep him close. Marlon 3 for 4 stealing bases this year. David Murphy. He walked and scored in the 5th. Close play. Wow, Mike Riley all over that as the first base umpire.
I like umpires that are passionate about their job, that move quick.
That's Mike.
Yep, they give a good call. No one's phoning any games in. These guys are all professionals and they do their job well.
Closer. Whoa, man. And Morales trying to sell it because he caught it, tagged him, and Bird barely got his hand back to that bag.
It's a nice move by Palmer. Good call by Mike Riley. Look at Mike eyeballing it. He's looking right down at it right there. He's on it.
And another correct call, as a replay clearly illustrates. Here's the pitch to Murphy, a strike that catches the outside corner, strike 1. Talking about the Rangers in the first half, they went 49-32 in 1996, 47-34 in 79. They had a couple of years where they went 46-35, but their 45-36 is one of their top 6 starts in franchise history. Breaking ball. I tell you, they've eyeballed some good pitches tonight.
They're a tough team. That's why they're contending with the Angels. Got good pitching this year. Bullpen's been pretty solid.
And that's despite the injuries they've suffered. McCarthy and Harrison, 2 starters, out. Rookie Hurley is out. One of the top set of men, Joaquin Benoit, done for the year. have battled the Angels from the very beginning, and they had a 5.5 game lead after May 30th. It was almost exactly the same time they lost Josh Hamilton. He's back now.
Well, Palmer, he's been the Angel lucky pitcher as far as runs go. Whenever he pitches, they score 7 runs.
Is Turris. That'll do it. We head to the bottom of the 7th inning. Hunter, Guerrero, Rivera coming up. Giving away the first ever Rally Monkey Coin Bank to all kids ages 2 to 18 in attendance courtesy of California Pizza Kitchen. Come out to the Big A on July 25th. Pick up your free Rally Monkey Coin Bank and cheer your Angels on to victory against the Minnesota Twins. Purchase your tickets at angelsbaseball.com today. Hey, the Coin Bank, Saturday, July 25th. Kids will love it. Mom and Dad, get the tickets now. Bottom 7 we go. New pitcher comes out. It's our old friend Darren O'Day. Pitched for the Angels last year, then selected by the Mets in the Rule 5 draft from the Angels last December. Released by the Mets, picked up by the Rangers, and look at the job he's done with a 1.27 ERA. You were telling me their bullpen's stronger, and he's a big reason why.
Yep. Fastball, slider, changeup are his pitches, and he's been effective as a strike thrower. Okay, last outing was against the Angels on last Wednesday. So he hadn't pitched in a little while.
He has a 0.96 ERA. That's 2 earned runs his last 18 2/3 innings in 18 games. He's dealing. There's a ground ball short. Andrus has it. His throw right on the money. 1 out. So Torrey 1 for 4 tonight. While O'Day is going to face only the right-handed batters because right-handers have not hit him well, 182 average. When he does get to a lefty like Henry Morales, we might see C.J. Wilson.
Yeah, he's a sinker ball pitcher, and that's what Torrey did. He hit the top half of the ball.
Left-handers are batting 100 points higher than right-handers against Darren O'Day. 182 by righties, 281 by lefties. Vlad did not like the call by home plate umpire Eric Cooper. Teased him with that one, 1-1.
Pretty good spot though. Saltalamacchia is sitting up on the outside part of the plate. They're not going to let Vladdy. They're not going to try to put one in his power zone. Kinsley, the second baseman's directly over second base.
Base hit right field. Went against the shift. They had 3 on the left side of the infield defense and only one infielder on the right side, Hank Blaylock. So Vlad muscles it through on the line.
Okay, second base was wide open as Kinsler was over second base. Now Vladdy, that ball was hit pretty hard, and he kind of just trotting to first base. Marlon Byrd actually had a play on him at first base had Blaylock been at first. Good swing.
The tying run is now coming up, and Juan Rivera, who belted his 15th home run of the year, back in the fourth, and it was like shot out of a cannon. Strike one. Is Juan a pretty good low ball hitter?
Yeah, he knows how to lift that pitch, but he likes that ball up a little bit more. He just drops his hands on it. He's got a nice fluid swing, and he'll handle off-speed pitches that are down a little bit better than hard fastballs below the knees. Looking for a hole, base runners.
Foul.
Hey, let's take a look at that homer. Just dropped his hands right on this pitch. Fastball right down the middle. Nippert knew it. Solo shot. 15th of the year.
Last week against Frank Francisco, he took a low pitch and hammered it over the wall, tying the game in the 9th inning in Arlington, tying the game at 7. Ground ball, base hit through the whole left side, so the Angels stirring things up here in inning number 7.
Find that hole. Now I'm sure Ron Washington will probably come get O'Day here.
C.J. Wilson likely will face Kenny Morales, turn him around and bat him from the right side, because Morales only hitting .218 from the right side of the plate, but .301 from the left side, and Washington will make the move here.
Morales will walk back to the dugout and get his batting helmet that covers his left ear.
6-4 ball game. O'Day is out. His buddy C.J. Wilson coming on. Be her all-star. You can still vote for Sean Figgins to make it to the all-star game. Go online, check it out, AngelsBaseball.com or MLB.com. The Rally Monkeys are out. The Angels have 2 on, 1 out, and C.J. Wilson is coming out of the bullpen. C.J. grew up an Angel fan. Fountain Valley, California. Now he lives in Huntington Beach. Went to LMU. Fine star as an outfielder and pitcher for Loyola Marymount.
Hey, he throws hard. He's going to go mid-90s with that fastball, slider, and a little changeup. Morales has not hit a homer from the right side all year long, and wouldn't this be the perfect time?
Yeah, he's done so much of his damage from the left side of the plate. Grew up a right-handed hitter, but About the age of 7 or 8, his dad turned him around and made him a switch hitter. There's a chopper towards third. Young has it. His play at first base, and Morales is out. Number 2. Runners do move up. Now a base hit by Meister as Turris would tie the game.
Okay, right man, right spot. He's dangerous, both sides of the plate. Right-handed, Morales. Meister as Turris is hitting 360.
Angels have had their opportunities. They had the bases loaded in the 6th inning. Were able to drive in a run on a bases loaded walk. But then Bobby Abreu struck out against Jason Jennings. Now they have runners 2nd and 3rd with 2 out. Wilson against his Turris. Fastball misses in. And he can really bring the heat. He can reach the mid-90s.
Hamilton throws the ball well in center. Bird's a good thrower in right. Murphy, he's got a good arm in left too. He's a right fielder normally, so he throws the ball pretty well.
Misses outside. The count goes to 2-0. You've got Mike Napoli waiting in the on-deck circle, and we already chronicled his excellence against left-handers, so CJ will want to be aggressive against Turris.
And a good secondary lead from Juan Rivera at second will be good. Now they're not holding him close, so he's got a big lead. He'll need it to score.
Down low, 3-0.
Now with nobody up in that pen there, Washington's expecting CJ to go and face Napoli if he does lose his Turris. Napoli, we talked about him hitting over 400 against lefties, so we'll see. Meister would not be swinging here, most likely.
In there, 3-1.
Power hitters get the green light because they can swing the bat with one swing and put the 3-run homer on the board. Turris, he's got a little bit of pop, but he's more a line drive base hit guy.
Outside, ball 4, and for the 2nd straight inning, the Angels have loaded the bases.
They're pressuring him, but they're just lacking the big hit.
Well, maybe it's time for Mike Napoli because he's the only Angel without a hit in tonight's ball game. The Angels have 4 runs on 10 hits. The Rangers have 6 runs on 10. Versus lefties, Napoli is the very best.
Yep, there's none better. Let's see if it works out. Got to be ready to hit. First pitch.
Low, ball 1.
Didn't like it. A lot of fans here tonight looking for cheer a big homer.
Time call.
Not sure. He's got that closer stare. He's got the mentality of a closer.
Swing and a miss, 1-1.
Pull the string on him.
Nice save by Salvalamacchia. Guerrero was ready to burst for home, but Salvi came up with the baseball. The count's 2-1.
This ball kind of took off on him a little. That's that sidearm slider. He dropped down and gave Napoli a different look. CJ's given up a 261 average to right-handed batters with a couple homers.
Napoli to right field, not deep enough. Bird is there, makes the catch. So C.J. Wilson comes out of the bullpen to get Morales and Napoli and out of trouble.
That 6-run fifth off of John Lackey. That's where the Rangers did all their scoring.
Angels scored 1 in the third and 3 in the fourth. Or excuse me, 2 in the fourth. And then their other run came in the 6th inning. Saltalamacchia had a big base hit in that 6-run 5th inning. Angels were trailing just by a run with the bases loaded, and he knocked one to center field, to right center field, that drove in 2. And that was the last batter that John Lackey faced. Jason Bolger came in to retire Andrus, get out of the trouble. But the damage had been done, and now the Angels trail by 2 in the 8th.
John, he struck out Salty on a fastball earlier in the game. He thought he could get by with another one, and he was on it.
Both teams throwing a lot of pitches in tonight's ballgame. They've fallen behind. A lot of hitters counts, a lot of hit by pitch walks in the game. Last night the Angels 6 for 10 with men in scoring position. Not as clutch tonight. A walk to lead off the 8th.
Palmer's got a lot of natural movement to his pitches. That little cutter into lefties is a natural cutter. And then he turns it, gets on the seams a little bit, and he'll run that 2-seamer in on righties.
Elvis Andrus, he is 0 for 3, tries to get the sacrifice down, but it is bunted foul. Strike 1. Tomorrow night at 7 o'clock, it'll be Padilla with a question mark behind his name, or Tommy Hunter. Padilla was working out in the clubhouse today, trying to get ready to make sure his shoulder is okay. His right arm, it's been a little bit sore lately. Irvin Santana will go for the Angels.
Yeah, if there's any doubt, if he's borderline, they should just leave him out. Make sure, because they need Padilla. Wanted to pitch against the Angels and then hurt himself for longer.
Fastball high, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Corners are crashing on Andrus. Sometimes manager will say, okay, we're going to fake a bunt and slash one.
Yeah, because Sean Figgins was coming so close he could reach out and shake his hand.
Yeah, he's coming in there. They're not sure. They want to try to get that force at second. No, Saltalamacchia is not that great a speed guy. But when the third baseman comes in like that, he's wide open. All you got to do is just make any kind of contact and pull it and get him over.
He's swinging away, and he knocks a base hit to right field. And Saltalamacchia will make it all the way to third. And Vlad is hurt. Vlad is hurt.
Oh, what happened? And it looked like when he kind of took a crow hop there. Maybe he twisted his ankle on something. He's feeling up on his knee. This is his good knee, not the one they surgically repaired. So that's a long run out there for Scioscia. Adam Nevela is going to tend to Vladdy. But the minute he picked up that ball to throw it, you could tell maybe his knee locked or something. We'll have to see a replay on it.
This is only his second game in the outfield this year. He's been the designated hitter throughout, and he came after that baseball as it was slicing toward him rather awkwardly, but as soon as he picked it up, I thought everything was fine. Let's see. Oh, and then he planted.
Huh. Ouch.
Right there, Hud?
Yeah, must have been right there. Huh. Sometimes if you step wrong, your knee will kind of lock a little bit. You hope that's all that is.
That is not a good sign, because Vlad Guerrero had coming around, was batting over 300 since coming off the DL. Had hit 3 home runs in the last 3 weeks. So Gary Matthews Jr. will go out to right field. guy who, as a Texas Ranger, went to the All-Star game, Gary Matthews Jr., races out to right field, and Vlad Guerrero done for the night.
Well, we'll have to get a report if we have time. This is late in the game. Walked down the step with no problem. Hope he's okay.
Matt Palmer continues to throw, but he's in a bit of trouble here in the 8th inning with the first 2 runners on. Saltalamacchia walked. Elvis Andrus, the rookie, then singled to right field, and the batter now is Ian Kinsler. Dangerous hitter, even more dangerous when he's 0 for 4.
So how about Ron Washington taking the bunt sign off of Andrus? That's a big play there. He just served it out to right field and got Salty all the way to third. Nobody out. Rangers pressuring the Halos.
Angels infield corners will be in, and the Keystone will be halfway, not completely in.
They can't afford to give him another run. So anything hit sharply at either one of the infielders, they'll probably come home if Saltalamacchia goes.
Palmer needs the strikeout. Kinsler fouls the first pitch off, strike 1. Ian 0 for 4 with a couple of strikeouts. One was by John Lackey, the other was by Jason Bolger. Halos won last night 9-4. Texas trying to even up this 3-game series at a win each. Well, he broke his bat, and now he's in the hole. 0-2.
That almost hit him. He swung before it hit him.
Angels scored 1 in the 3rd, 2 in the 4th, 1 in the 6th. Texas got all 6 of their runs, and a nightmarish 5th inning for John Lackey. Was able to get the first 2 men out, and then 7 straight Rangers reached.
Okay, nothing too good. 0-2. You got to trust your catcher if you want to bounce a curve or something, but you don't want to give this guy a cookie.
Coming inside, and Kinsler fouls it off.
That was inside enough. Had that little sinker kind of moving in on Kinsler. He's got a good curve.
Ian just 1 hit in his last 29 at bats, but that was the home run last night in the 7th inning.
Okay, Andrus, he almost bit on that. Looked like he's thinking about stealing. What did he steal? 4 bases against the Angels in 1 game?
1 game last week.
So he can run.
He has stolen 16 this year in 17 attempts. Kinsler fires it down the line into the corner. Saltalamacchia scores. Andrus going to third. They'll hold him there. Into second base, Kinsler, and it's a 7-4 ball game. It's going to be really tough for the Angels to come back from this one with runners at second and third and nobody out still in this 8th inning.
Kinsler picked the right time to check in tonight. That's a line hugger. 18th double on the year. '54th RBI.
So it's the Rangers with the frenzy-like innings. 6 runs in the 5th, now 1 in the 8th. 3 straight batters have reached against Matt Palmer. A walk, a single, a double. A run driven in, a 7-4 lead. And the batter's Michael Young. Michael 1 for 4. Ball 1. Young usually has been a clutch hitter, but this year only batting .171 with runners in scoring position. He is driven in only 33. There are 2 aboard. He knocks that one foul. 1 ball, 1 strike. You can see through the years how clutch he has been. I mean, 06, 07, 08. But he's gone down a bit. Still 298 last year is pretty good. 406, unbelievable. Here's the fly ball to center field. That will score another. Andrus coming home with the 8th run. And Texas now has doubled the lead on the Angels.
Good sacrifice fly. You know he's looking for something out over the plate. He got one and drove it. That's what they wanted. Pick up that run. Kinsler thought about tagging from second base, but he says, you know what, I'm already in scoring position. I'm not going to force the issue.
You know, one of the things that really impressed the Angels about the Texas Rangers this year was their mental toughness. And it has been displayed, as you'll see, the intentional pass of Josh Hamilton here in the 8th inning. They were down 3-0 against John Lackey, one of the better pitchers in the league. And they showed a great deal of true grit with 2 outs, starting a rally, scoring 6 times, all 6 runs with 2 out. So runners on first and second for Andruw Jones. His big home run tied the game back in the 5th inning on a first pitch curveball from John Lackey.
He sat all over it. Caught the ball just right underneath it. Give it some lift.
So in this ball game, every Ranger has scored but Ian Kinsler, and he's on second base. Here's Andruw Jones with 1 out. In there, strike 1. Popped him up. Meiser as Tourist takes care of him, and there's 2 gone now in the top of the 8th inning.
Well, the dangerous hitter coming up. Blaylock's got 3 knocks, a double.
And Mike Scioscia is going to the bullpen. He has made the change, and we'll take a break as well as the Angels trailing the Texas Rangers 8-4 in the top of the 8th inning. We'll be right back.
That was out of nowhere. Hope he's okay.
Yep.
He walked off on his own power.
Darren Oliver now comes out of the Angels bullpen. to face Hank Blaylock, who is 3 for 4 in the ball game with a single, a double, a single. See, he started as a Ranger. The runners go through by Napoli and safe at third base is Ian Kinsler. So he's 20 for 20, stealing third in his career.
Wow. Good jumps all the way around. Caught him off guard. Might have been better going for the trail runner Hamilton and didn't get as good a break. He went for Kinsler.
Blaylock pops it up mile high under it. Eric Ibar makes the catch, but 2 runs in the inning for the Texas Rangers, and they've upped their lead over the Angels to 8-4. The Texas Rangers, as they came from behind tonight. The Angels had won their last 3 games in come from behind fashion. Now they got a payback, and now the Angels hoping to come back in the last 2 innings. 6 outs to go. C.J. Wilson stays in the ball game to face Eric Ibar, Sean Figgins, and Bobby Abreu. So he'll turn around the switch hitters and have them bat from the right side, and then Abreu, of course, the left-handed batter.
Base runners is what they need. They want to jump back in this, and they're going to need a long ball to do it.
Wilson being asked to give them 5 outs. Hold the game for Frank Francisco. And there's a ground ball struck to short. Andrus has it. Hey, this guy's got some skills.
Quick
Young
release.
Shortstop's incredible.
Yeah, nice quick release there. He had to get the speedy Ibar. Throw was almost a little high, but Blaylock's able to stay on the base.
1 out in the bottom of the 8th inning.
Look at that. He didn't even take a crow hop. That's all arm.
CJ says thank you very much. 2 more outs for his 8th inning, and the pitch to Sean Figgins is outside. Figgins, good game. He's been on twice with a single and a walk, both times driving in runs. Now has 27 RBIs this year. He had a bases loaded and walk in the 6th inning. And the Angels had the bases loaded in the 6th and 7th and only were able to score 1, and it was on the bases loaded walk. Bobby Abreu struck out against Jason Jennings to end the 6th. There's a grounder up the middle. Andrus throws, gets Figgins, and 2 outs.
Ooh, man, there's some range for you, too. Now he showed you his throwing arm on the first ball, hit by Ibar, and then he's showing you that range. Off the bat, you think that's a base hit. These kids are quick, young.
He doesn't play like a rookie, does he?
No, not at all. That's a compliment to him and his coachability. Listens well. Omar Vizquel is mentoring him this year, and that's one of the greatest shortstops ever to play short. That's been a big help for Andrus.
A strike at the knees. And there's Vizquel. He's brought on to help mentor young Andrus. Greatest keystone combination I ever saw at second base and shortstop were Vizquel and Robbie Alomar of the Cleveland Indians.
Pretty flashy.
Oh, man. And if one made a great play, the other one had to show him up. They used to come in here with the Indians and take away 2 runs a game by themselves from the Angels way inside. Bobby's walked, lined out, singled, struck out. Down low. Wilson was talking about a fall ball team that he played on a few years ago that had Bobby Crosby, Gerald Laird, Sean Burroughs, like 7 guys who made it to the major leagues. And CJ said, I was the worst of the bunch. And I said, did you ever lose? And he goes, yeah, because all of Southern California baseball was great. They won more than they lost, though. That was at the age of 13. Here's the pitch, fouled off. We've got a update on Vlad Guerrero. It's a strained muscle behind his left knee. So we will check with the Angel doctors on that. Hopefully it's a day-to-day situation. Vladdy, a big part of the middle of the order for the Halos.
Looks like it bit him pretty hard.
Yep. A tapper. Young has it. Air mails it to first base and gets it there in time. C.J. Wilson, outstanding work in the 7th and 8th. If you're traveling and can't watch your Angels on Fox Sports West or KCOP, you can always catch the game on your computer with MLB.TV. New 2009 MLB.TV premium features including HD quality where available and the ability to pause, fast forward, and rewind live games. For more details, visit angelsbaseball.com where baseball is always on. Darren Oliver comes out of the ball game. Rich Thompson comes in. I'm sure they want to save Oliver for tomorrow as the Angels go against the Rangers in the final game of this series. Padilla and Santana scheduled for tomorrow night, so they bring in young Rich Thompson in his 11th game this year.
Yep, he's going to go with that fastball and a big curveball. Occasional changeup.
We are 1 week from the All-Star game. And the top vote getter, of course, was Albert Pujols for the All-Star game. Almost 5,400,000 votes. Was he ever deserving? At the halfway mark, he had 336 with 31 home runs and drove an 82. What a year he's had.
Yeah, for the final roster spot in the American League, it's Figgy's in third place behind Brandon Inge and Ian Kinsler.
Do they have the vote totals?
No, they just
say how
they
far
just told me that on the internet that he's third. We got to vote him in.
Marlon Byrd, the batter. He is 1 for 3 with a double, a strikeout, a walk, a run scored in that 6-run fifth inning, and also a reach on a fielder's choice in the seventh.
You know, reading up here a little bit on the internet, J.P. Ricciardi is the general manager for the Toronto Blue Jays. He says that they'll listen to offers for Roy Halladay. That they'll listen to offers. They said that they're not planning on trading him, but they'll listen.
I tell you, he's one of the best pitchers in baseball, one of the top 5. There's a line drive base hit to right field, and Byrd is on for another time, the third time in the ball game.
It would take a lot to get Roy Halladay, though.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, they'd be asking for an awful lot. It'd be tough.
And they know that. I think the way they're looking at it is like, let's try and keep Roy, but if somebody knocks their socks off, well, then we'll move him. Well, and there's some teams, there's so many teams in the races right now in just about every single division.
It's making $14 million this year and $15 next.
That ball struck to Kendry Morales. They've got 1. They've got 2.
Oh, that was crisp. Morales has been so good on that play all year long. I haven't seen him mess one of those up. He hasn't hit a base runner in the back or any of this. He turns and fires all the time. He throws a dart. Doing a great job at first base is Morales.
2 outs, nobody on for Jared Saltalamacchia. He had a big hit back in the 5th inning, driving in 2 to make it 6-3. Angels would creep a little closer to make it 6-4, but Texas got 2 in the 8th and now leads it 8-4 in the 9th. Angels will send to the plate against Frank Francisco, Torrey Hunter, Vlad Guerrero, and Juan Rivera.
Of course, Big Daddy's out. It'll be Matthews.
Yeah, excuse me, GMJ. There's a curveball that misses high. And we told you Vlad Guerrero had to come out because of a strained muscle behind his left knee fielding a ball struck by Elvis Andrus. Outside, 2-1. Rangers trying to move back into a first place tie with the Angels in the West. It's all over in Seattle. Baltimore thumped the Mariners 12-4. Every game in the big leagues is a final except this one. Broken bat liner into right field, and that's Saltalamacchia's second hit of the night.
Got in on his hands, but he was able to muscle it over Morales' head.
Eight 8-4 Rangers lead it. 8 runs on 14 hits. They've made 1 error and they have left 9 on. The Angels with 4, 10, and 10. They've left 10 men on base, and in the last couple of innings they've left the bases loaded twice. Once in the 6th, once in the 7th. Only player in Major League Baseball history to have the name Elvis.
That's pretty cool.
And I would imagine when he hits a home run, Josh Lewin's call is Elvis has just left the building.
He probably has used that.
1-1.
He's only left the building 3 times this year, though. Not what he's known for, but doing a solid job defensively for the Rangers. He's made 12 errors, but that's to be expected a little bit.
20 years old, you bet. Swing and a miss and a good heater by Thompson, and the count moves to 1-2. Texas scored 2 runs off the Angels bullpen in the 8th inning, both charged to Matt Palmer. Fastball popped up right side. Morales should have room. Foul territory there to make the catch. Inning over. Bottom 9 we go. Hunter start things. Comes out of that bullpen. Keep the Angels quiet. He will face Torrey Hunter, Gary Matthews Jr., and Juan Rivera. Well, the Angels were able to get to Mr. Francisco, and they tied the game at 7 when he pitched against them in Arlington last week. Juan Rivera belted a home run that tied it, but the Angels would lose it in the bottom of the 9th inning on a home run by Hank Blaylock off of Justin Spire.
Yeah, let's take a look back at this pitch. Look where this was. Above the belt, he'll take it. Right on a platter for him. Thought that was the beginning of some big things there, but it quickly turned around.
Juan will bat 3rd in the inning, then Henry Morales. First things first, Hunter must reach. And Torrey tonight 1 for 4. That was a single back in the 3rd inning. Grounded out 3 times.
Big Frank's got a powerful fastball.
When the game started, we had John Lackey against Dustin Nippert. Nippert making his first start of the year, and the Angels were able to knock him out of the ball game. But John Lackey was cruising. We just expected him to mow guys down. He went 4 innings of shutout baseball, then got the first 2 outs in the 5th, and then gave up 6 runs. I've never seen a game like that from Big John. Usually when opponents rally, he snuffs out their would-be rally. Fastball that runs in on Torrey, and the count moves to 1-2.
Yeah, Frank also has a curveball and a split finger, but he's going to go mainly hard fastballs and challenge hitters, especially with a 4-run lead.
And a mid-90s fastball. If the Angels lose, Lackey would take the loss and fall to 3-4. Swing and a miss, and Francisco strikes out Torrey. 1 out in the bottom of the 9th. Derek Holland would win the ball game and push his record to 3-5. The Rangers showing great heart, great mettle to come back in this one. Trailing 3-0, facing Lackey.
That's what power bats do. 3-run home runs get you back in games, and they went ahead and put a few more on the board there in the 8th inning.
Here is Matthews. He was an all-star for the Rangers 3 years ago. And he swings at the first pitch, lifting it foul back and out of play.
So with Vladdy out now, that'll open up a DH spot and right field. Reggie Willits is here. Matthews will, so she'll have a couple outfielders to choose from for tomorrow's game.
Gary, a very fine defender. He has not been playing that much recently. Came in hitting .229 with 2 home runs and 22 RBIs. But he is the one guy who has the ability to go out to center field and give Hunter a chance to DH. There's a fastball right there, and strike 3 called.
Yeah, he must have been looking for something else. He came right down the middle.
The positives: Juan Rivera had 2 more hits, a home run in the 4th inning. Eric Ibar had 2 hits and an RBI. Sean Figgins with a hit, a walk, a couple of RBIs. But the tough news: Vlad Guerrero, strained muscle behind his left knee. We will still find out more information on that after the ball game. Here's Juan Rivera. Well, it came inside with that fastball, left the fastball out middle away, and Juan hit it out to right center field, where the ball really carries in Arlington. Here he got one and crushed it to left center field tonight. The pitch is a fastball in there, 1-1.
But you know, Frank, with the game not on the line right here, he's just going to go right back and throw fastballs. If it was a different situation, he might be mixing in a curve or a split.
That ball struck well. And David Murphy will watch this one fly out of the yard. The second home run of the night for Juan Rivera. And he cuts it to an 8-5 score.
Way to go, Juan. That's called not wasting your at-bats. Look, they're down 4 runs. Frank, he knew that solo shot's not going to hurt him, so he challenged him there, and he lost again. So that's 2 consecutive home runs and consecutive at-bats off of Frank Francisco for Juan Rivera. Nice stroke. He's hit his 15th and 16th home run. Down. That ball's down. You want to know earlier if he was a good low ball hitter. That'll answer that. He's got the ability to lift. Lift and separate. Elevate. Get out.
That's the 8th career multi-home run game in Juan Rivera's career. He now has 16 big flies this year. And here's Kendry Morales. Strike 1. Morales tonight is singled, popped up, and grounded out twice, 1 for 4. He has a 12-game hit streak going. Takes upstairs. Long game tonight. More than 3.5 hours. Angels trying to come back, and the Rangers trailing by 3-2 out, 9th inning, a run home. And that ball struck well, but right at Blaylock, and that's the final out of the ball game. And the American League West is again tied with the Angels and Rangers, locked with records of 46 and 36. Texas with 8 runs on 14 hits.